What is up, everybody? Thank you for the sub, QP Dangerous. I have to wonder if you're named QP after FGO Hell. And then also, thank you for the sub, Mysterious Stranger. You know, I don't know who that one is, but, you know, appreciate the sub. Anyway, we'll get to the drip tier list in just a minute. I like to wait a bit, let people roll in, you know, wait until most of the regulars are here, and then we'll do it. So we'll do a few bonus floors here. But yeah, Lancers today. I figure tomorrow we'll do an extra class. I don't want to be like predictable where it's like the night classes and the cavalry classes and the extra classes, because then people will be like, man, I want that one class and it's not gonna be for like a, you know, blah 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 blah, you know, just keep it random. It'll be fine. Had to run doors. The Bond Grail, yep. Yeah, I've done a lot of QP stages in my time. But alright, we'll do a few bonus floors here, and then we'll get to the drip. I'm not really sure how Lancers are gonna do. Because, in the olden days, I liked like a lot of the Lancers, but they've added some wacky ones, so I don't know if they're average. It's gonna be interesting to see their average versus the Sabres, I think. But I'm gonna try not to think about it too much in advance here. Coup about to drag the average down. I mean, Coup's not gonna be like F, right? Like, obviously Coup's drip's pretty bad, but it's not like the worst in the game or anything. Not a lot of positive, but not like too much negative, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, I need some fodder here. Rips Thinno. Oh, where's Uriel? That's perfect. Wait, my Uriel is actually leveled. Apparently I have a non-leveled one too. All right. Oh wait, this is my ult actually, so I guess they're not leveled. Excuse me. I've leveled every 1 to 3 star now though. I have all of them completely maxed. It's been that way for a while. I think Kiyohime was the last 1 to 3 star that I leveled. I normally would use like a friend's Kiyohime if I wanted to test her out versus Darius and things like that. Man, so for the longest time, chat, here's a fun topic leading into the Lancers. You had Fates Tonight, right? Only Lancer back then was Coup. That was it. It was the only one. And then you have Fate Zero, right? That was the second Fate story. And you got Dearmid, right? Another guy. Irish again, right? And then you had the canceled Fate APOC, right? Which became the book later. But the Lancers never changed, right? Like the canceled version of APOC was still Karna and Lancer Vlad. Not Berserker Vlad, Lancer Vlad, right? So that was the first 4 Lancers, and they're all dudes, right? And I also like all of them, right? And then I think it was Fate Extra, right? And then Fate Extra was Vlad again? Or was it Liz? What the fuck? Liz is CCC, I think. So I think Fate Extra was next, right? And I think that's Extra Vlad, right? So we're still all dudes. Let's see, what came after Fate Extra? Yeah, Lancer Vlad is cool, and so is Extra Vlad. It's fucking Berserker Vlad that sucks, but hold on, what's next? What's next chronologically here? Because right around then it started to escalate a bit. But, you know, for a long time, Lancers were always guys. And by the time of FGO, I'm not sure if that had even changed. If there were... It's either Scath or Liz. Like, I don't remember. I think CCC is before FGO. Am I right? I think CCC is before FGO. So, I don't think Scath's the first one. So, I do think it is Liz. So Liz is the first female Lancer. That's fucked. That ain't great. But that's pretty far in, and then I think pretty shortly after CCC you had FGO. So as of the start of FGO, which is really when, you know, Fate started going wild with the servants and everything, there was, you know, really, it was all dudes. And if you look at the beginning of FGO, they maintained that for quite a while. There were still very few waifus and such for Lancer. But then they just took this big period where they just started spamming female Lancers for like years, and we didn't get a single dude forever. And now it's like a super like lopsided waifu class. It's kind of messed up. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, they pulled a reverse on that one. Alright, yeah, actually it'll be interesting to see the ratio when we look at that later. 'Cause I guess the last Lancer they added was a dude, so. Alright, anyway. Click buttons. Let me turn that down just a little bit. And then Saber has been the other way around, really. Like, Saber was pretty waifu heavy from the start. Oh, I forgot Prototype. Yeah, Prototype was detailed before FGO, absolutely. And that was obviously Proto-Ku, which is another dude. So, I think up until FGO, Liz was the only female Lancer, and she was also pretty late to the party. But yeah, they had a real backlash on that one. You know, I guess we go ahead and, murder Anastasia here. People always trying to call Medusa Annie when that's more of the nickname for Anastasia. But Medusa's murdering her, so maybe not. When was Brunhilde? She's obviously not FGO unique. I know she is from Fate Prototype Blue Fragments, but I don't remember if that came out post FGO or not. Time to look it up. I'm quite curious about that. Let's see. Fate Prototype Fragments release date. Hopefully they actually get this. It came out September 10th, 2014. So that is before FGO, because I think FGO is 2015 or 2016. So that means it was Liz and Brunhilde then. So there was two. So Scath was a little late to the party then. But still, that was only two that I can think of. And a lot of the early FGO Lancers were still dudes off memory, like Leonidas, and they did Lancer Lee instead of Assassin Lee for some fucking reason. God, every time we use Medusa in this event, it is just the easiest thing ever. Yep, 8 years, and they still haven't fixed a lot of the basic stuff in FGO. But hey, the anniversary's in just under 2 weeks, so we'll see what they do. Okay, chat. We'll do a couple more floors, and I think it's drip tier list time. I think most of the regulars are here now. I want to at least get a few people on cooldown, so I'm not just whiffing that. Yeah, no account. That's funny. That's probably the best one they've done. Now that was actually funny. I guess we'll put Gil on cooldown, grab some bond. Getting there. I don't expect anything, so I'll not be disappointed. That's the thing. A lot of times I don't expect a lot and they end up disappointing me anyway. The game is kind of in a constant state of disappointment right now. The hell is the theme here? Well, they're dead. That's a turn one. Kill the dragon, yep. Worthy use of Aya. $670. My god, dude. Yeah, no clothes. Shut up, Paul. You only lived because we won so fast. 44 hero proofs. Gonna need a hell of a lot more than that. Can we get adult Pinth, please? Like, she's got an official design. Can we just add that? Oh yeah, I guess they do have like the spike shoe. Yeah, that's probably the theme there. All right, let's do like one more here. And then like we'll do one QP bleached quest. That way I'm not whiffing AP completely. Also, I need QP. It's kind of funny when QP dangerous subbed. I mean, that's what I was thinking of. This account's QP situation's pretty dire. Paul's like I think she's technically an adult, right? As like a servant, but then like she's like put in the kid form or something. I don't really get it. It's weird. Because like they say there's like normal Paul and all that. I don't remember why they look like that as a servant. I don't remember what their bullshit. You know, of course, you know, they just want to put a kid in the game and they're just making some like BS logic to justify it. But I think there's some like nonsense going on with Paul. And then Pinth is like a teenager. She's just short. But she's not her full adult self. Her full adult self, she like doesn't want to be summoned as. Which again is an excuse, but you know, FGO, what are you gonna do? Alright, well, sorry, Gray. Maybe we won't crit, I guess we'll see. Well, no, that's it for Gray. Oh, when I did this stage on my main account, I didn't know what it was. I just was picking servants pretty much at random. And I happened to bring Mordred here. And, you know, they're all Artoria faces. And this one's a Lancer. So, like, they all died turn 1. And, like, the damage was through the fucking roof. It was crazy high. Yeah, we're killing the king here. Fairly out of character for him. One moment, chat. I need to turn my fan on. Oh, it's getting fun with stupid things. All right. We will do one bleached earth quest, and then we'll get to the drip. I brought Karna to that stage with Arjuna on accident. Yeah, it's funny. We're on floor 59. I do need to speed that up at some point. Make sure I finish it before the event's up. We got some time though. Alright, this is, as always, the best bleached earth quest to do. See if we can find a void cheek. Although we saw that Mordred could do it. You know what? We'll do that again. I think we had to like buff up a little bit more than we do with Void Shiki, but yeah, the 120 is just so much brute force that it kind of works out. I suspect Medea will do pretty well in the drip list. She's got a fairly classical look. The only thing is her hood looks dumb. That's the one thing. Her hood's pretty silly, but everything else is fine. Probably should have made stars there. They could give Herc an NP buff, but he doesn't need it. It wouldn't be the end of the world with how like silly some of the units are out there now, but there are certainly other units that need the buff more. Not that that has ever stopped them over the years. I'm gonna give her the crit buff just because I can.
Hello!
Hello! I don't think I need that attack buff, but I want to see the damage. That crit is gonna kill no matter what. I just realized all my sound effects are still expensive as fuck. I'll have to fix that at some point. But not right now, because then people will just spam it. 300,000 essentially there. And her crits are stronger than her NP. Unless you're hitting daddy, then not so much. Guess I could have done that last turn for the stars. Man, and that's Mordred without the skill tree yet. And the skill tree gives you some flat buster damage, some flat crit damage, and then some buster crit damage. Now, buster gets the least. Not like that big of a buff, but it does all add up. And the generic crit buffs you get are actually pretty strong. So I suspect that 300,000 would be like 340 instead or something like that, which is, that's pretty significant. Yeah, 120 million, that's not great. We were down to like 3 million though for a while there, so we are getting it back up. If they do a lottery event, I'll actually play it on this account and try to catch up a bit. There's a lot of units on this account I'd like to level for funsies. All right, it's drip tier list time, and for those that missed the prior one, I'll give a quick summary of kind of what's gonna happen here. So it's based purely off aesthetic. It's not just the clothes, right? It's not, we call it the drip tier list because it's more clickbaity, but it's overall aesthetic, right? So like their hair and their weapon and all that will count too. But it's nothing but style, right? Which means I have to like not factor in like liking or disliking the character, right? So even though I really like Ku and like I can't affect it, and like we've already had characters where like their design I don't really like, but it fits the character so well that like I would normally like the character, but that like Jason, right? Jason looking like a spoiled prince that's got no taste and is like overcompensating. That obviously works great for Jason as a character, but if you're just rating the style, it's not a good look, right? So his rating was kind of eh, although he is green, so he still got C+ there. Anyway, so it's Lancer time. We will start with Ku. Let's go to chronological order. Real quick though, we can see what I'm saying here, because as of FGO, I think Liz and Brunhilde were the only female Lancers. There's way more male Lancers, and then early FGO was up to Hector, I think, or Romulus. I'm not sure if Hector was in day one. I think he might have been Oceanus. But, you know, all they had is Liz and then just a bunch of other Lancers. And, like, Romulus and Leonidas and Benkei were all new. They were FGO specific. So it was even more male lopsided at that point. A lot of the males weren't in the game yet, but, like Vlad and all them. And they made Vlad a Berserker because fuck everything. But then, you know, they had Scath really early on. But then, you know, Dyrmid. Like, it stayed pretty male-centric. And then, like, right around, like, I think it's after Enkidu. Right? It's kind of back and forth. And then after Enkidu, it's just, like, massive waifu spam. You just have Baldy. You have Baldy, and it's look no dudes, dudes until Romulus, and then there's still like no dudes again. And then here right at the end, we've gotten back to a few more dudes. But yeah, holy shit, they went on like a waifu spree there, like massively. It's crazy. Anyway, all right, drip time. So Ku is my favorite character, but the drip is not that good. So what we said yesterday is we'll basically rate their best ascension, like my favorite ascension. But if there's anything positive from the other ascensions, we'll like mention that or like try to factor that in a little bit. But the thing about Ku is I don't like any of his ascensions. I really don't. So we'll start with just the classic, which is probably my favorite, I guess. But it's also just like the canonical one. If I like the character, I normally just keep them in their canonical look, unless like another ascension looks really, really, really good. But, you know, I guess the shoulder pads are cool. The earrings are cool. He's got like the whole hunter, you know, sleek thing going on with the hair and everything. But, oh my God, this is just terrible. I mean, it's Rubber Man. Right? I mean, it's just Rubber Man. They're trying to do the like, you know, Irish war paint look, right? You know, going to battle naked more or less, right? That's what they're trying to go for. They do that with a lot of the Irish characters. But you know, it's blue. It's a straight blue. It's not good. Blue is a better highlight color. Not really a primary, generally speaking. It'd probably look better if it was mainly silver. Like, this would actually look the best if the blue was, like, black. Right? Make the blue black, and actually this wouldn't be so bad. This wouldn't be so bad. But, like, the weird line things, they're trying to look like war paint or whatever. It just looks weird. It looks like cords. It looks like Ku is like a scuba diver that got out of the pool and then like tripped over the entertainment center, and all the like cords from the TV and the fucking Xbox are all like tangled up, and he's like, oh God, right? That's what it looks like, right? It's just not great. Like, the only nice thing I have to say here is like the shoulders are kind of cool with like the silver armor, right? And like the earring. But yeah, it's Rubber Man. right? It's rubber. It's skin tight rubber man. It's with weird cords everywhere, right? It's not good. Let's see. I got my window out of sync here. Yeah, there we go. Might have to move it around a little bit. I might be blocking a bit there. Other stages though. So this one, in some ways, is better because it is being a bit more, I guess, normal with like trying to be Irish warrior look, right? But it doesn't mean it looks good. It might be more like, you know, appropriate, right? But it doesn't make it look good, really. I mean, it's like, where's the rest of your shirt? Because if you want to do the shirtless thing, that's fine, right? You can pull off the shirtless warrior look, right? He's got like the tattoos and stuff. That could be kind of cool. But then he's just got like a sleeve. But then it's not even a full sleeve. It's kind of weird at the bottom here. And then what is this? Like, what the shit is this? And it's like, you know, it doesn't look good aesthetically. I'm sorry, this isn't like cool. It's not edgy. It's just weird, right? This looks like your shirt went through a blender. He's got the cool necklace, I guess. But again, it's still just rubber man pants. And then, but you're not even committing to the shirtless thing. And the hair is not as good, okay? So it's just, eh. And he's got like the bracelets. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really work for me. And then stage 3, it just looks like player 2. Like literally, it just looks like player 2, right? It's like Ku, but we slightly changed the colors for just to be different. It's not like it's like a good choice. It's not like this is like a good like pick for Ku, right? It's just different to be different. And then you lose the armor, right? Well, I guess there's still a little armor here, but this is way less cool. These shoulder pads look like they're made out of leather instead of metal now, and like they just and then he doesn't have the armor on the boots or the feet anymore. It's not as good. I guess you lose the cords, which, you know, that's actually better. I'll say that. Like you're losing the cords. No, it's still kind of cords here. It just doesn't stand out as much. And there's like this part's not cords anymore. Like this just looks like it's like material, but it's still got the cords thing going on up here. So, you know, it's not good. I mean, blue's a good color, and it's just saved by kind of the, you know, hunter look that's going on in general. It's not like it's awful. He doesn't have like stilts shoes, right? It's nothing like that bad, but it's really not that good either. Like the hair and the earrings are about the only thing saving this. So I'm gonna go with not quite neutral, right? Like C plus is generally neutral, then high C plus is a little positive. I would say, I mean, it's probably still kind of neutral just because of like the overall like look of Ku himself, like with the hair and everything. I think that does maybe make it into just barely neutral. So Dion has some drip that is actually good with the hat, but then Dion's colors are so bad. I really hate the teal pink thing that I think Ku is still barely ahead of Dion. But yeah, he barely makes it into neutral. And if anything, this is a little bit on the negative side because he really just does not have good drip. I hate to say it. It's not good. Okay, Liz time. I don't think this is gonna fare all that well. So you know, what do you even say? It's Liz. I don't like kid characters, and the dress just looks stupid. You got like this super wide skirt. Like what is happening here? It looks like it's like been starched or something, right? And it's just like frozen in place. Just looks absolutely ridiculous. The weird spike on the shoes thing is whatever. That's kind of dumb. Kind of a weird looking spear. I guess Ku's spear was also decent. I forgot to mention that. That's all right. There's really nothing good here. I mean, I guess black and pink can work, but really stupid dress. The top is yikes when you put it on a kid, so don't do that. Dumb gloves, really dumb gloves here. It's like just on the fingers, nothing else. Like what the hell is that? That's just weird. Yeah, there's really nothing good here. I mean, it could be worse. It's not as bad as Liz Brave, right? Which we just put right into F, but this is still pretty bad. We'll put it in here. It'd be better if the character was an adult, but on a kid, that's just so much no. Is stage 2 better? Okay, stage 2 is better because you lose the, you know, 12 by the way, right? So that is an improvement, but like what is happening on the legs here? Like what? Like we're just being weird to be weird here. Like we got like ribbons pinned onto the skin, and we still have this ridiculous you know, skirt thing going on, which is like incredibly wide. You know, at least it's less degenerate on a kid though, so I'll give it that. What's stage 3? Oh dear God. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh my God. I mean, I guess nice hat, kind of, but it's a little too big. And I'm just, these colors are terrible, right? Pink, white, baby blue, no. No, and then there's like this tiny bit of green here, which I don't might help it a little bit, but with all these bright colors, it looks pretty bad. And the hat looks like a cake or something with the roses here and shit. Yeah, and you still got the dumb spike on the shoes there. Not great. I'll give it to stage 2 though. This is definitely the best one. It's still pretty bad. Because it loses the Papega stuff though, we'll put it into almost neutral, but not quite. Pretty low on this, I'd have to say. Probably like right there. It's being a little generous, but you know, Astolfo's got like the two outfits being mushed together, which just looks terrible. So I think it's a little bit better than that. Oh boy, Ben K. Oh boy, oh boy. The original bald monk. Okay, so which stage? They're pretty much all the same. There's just more swords. That's probably the best one. Like, that's kind of a cool aesthetic. Like, he's been collecting so many weapons, right? Like, that's kind of cool. So the no shoes thing, negative. Right, this is dumb. You're gonna step on a Lego. You're gonna step on a fucking yellow jacket. You're gonna get stung, right? And then you're gonna trip. It's just stupid, right? Like, you're a warrior. Put some fucking shoes on. You're gonna hurt yourself. God. Kind of like the ragged warrior monk, you know, wandering monk look. For the most part, it's pretty cool, right? I don't mind it. It's for the weebs, it's not too bad. I like the weapons. I like the head thing, kind of like desert journey going on here. It's not too bad. But the no shoes is dumb. The skirt thing, it looks like fucking like noodle soup. That's what comes to mind. All this is just like noodle soup stuff. It's not that great. But you know, he's got a kind of a cool look about him with the kind of fucked up eyes. You know, all the cool weapons, and that is pretty extreme. And I like how it's more than just katanas, right? Got like a fucking pitchfork right there. Right, that's pretty cool. Got a club. I like the browns. I like browns and burgundies and dark reds and stuff. Earth colors I'm a fan of, so it's okay. You know, it's solid. If he had some goddamn shoes, it would go up a bit. But the earth colors can carry a good bit. I'm gonna say somewhere in here. So it really is Ku with the cool hair and earrings and actually having shoes versus Benkei having like cool earth colors and a lot of weapons on his back. You know, I gotta say, I'm still giving it to Ku. It might be my bias coming through there, but shoes go a long way. And, you know, he's got like that, you know, sleek thing going on at least. So, Benkei not quite there. But, you know, Benkei's all right. It's better than you would think. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into some real drip chat. Now we got a contender here. None of this low tier nonsense. We're over here splitting hairs between meh and more meh. But here we go. Here's some good shit. All 3 of his stages are good, but I'm gonna just get right to it. Stage 3 is obviously the best. Stage 2 is cool because this is kind of green, but it's also a wooden like spear, which is just stupid. Like, it looks good. I'll say, fuck. Do we rate this just because we're talking about drip chat? Like, this is super not combat ready because it's a fucking like wooden spear, which is dumb. But it does look cool as a weapon, honestly. And we are here about the drip. So I guess we do go with this one, which is absolutely ridiculous because like what this spear represents story-wise is ridiculous, and I hate it, right? It's his master being a fucking moron. But we gotta divorce it from that, right? We gotta take our bias and put it aside. We're here for the drip. And this is good drip. Honestly, like, green and blue can look really good together, and this is a good example of that, right? So, like, the spear really does go with the armor, even though it doesn't, like, match. But it's a nice look. So we're talking about Ku with, like, the hunter, you know, hunter look. And this is, like, that, but way better. Like, way better. Like, look, this armor, look at this armor, right? It looks great. and it's asymmetrical, but it still looks good, and it's not like crazy light on this side. He's still got like the shoulder pad, but there's just like even more on this side. It's nice, right? The only thing I don't really like is like the bandages here. Right? Now they're going for like that kind of ragged look. This isn't supposed to be a prim proper knight, right? And like who doesn't like prim and proper knight? So, you know, of course not. He's fucking Irish. But this is going a bit far, right? Ragged look is fine. This looks like he's got bandages on, like he bruised his shin, right? Like that's a little silly, right? They could have made this like leather armor or something, right? They could have kind of gone with like the aesthetic we got in here, right? Instead of the like that, it's just a little whack. Doesn't ruin it. It's still fine, right? It still looks good overall, but that is a bit of a negative. But everything else is good. You know, you got a nice practical look, but still very fantasy. Obviously, it's not actually practical, but it's kind of just got a practical vibe about it, right? The whole blue gray looks good. You know, the green spear looks really cool. It's a really cool shape. Green and blue just goes well together. Yeah, and the fur's good. Honestly, it's not too much fur. It's not like too flamboyant or over the top, but again, it gives it that kind of hunter look, right? It's good. It's very good. It's one of the better drips in the entire game, I would actually say. The thing is, it's got some steep competition here, right? Like we got some pretty cool armor up here. And it's hard to be up in the. So far, no one's been this high on the list without like a lot of armor. And Protoku still has armor, but not as much as them. But it's really good. Like, it's really good. I will put it... he's held back by not having an animation update, but the actual design, I'm going to give it right under Mordred. Very, very close. Like, he actually keeps up... But Mordred's got the helmet, man. Helmets... So far, no one's top... Like, Mordred's at the top right now, and it's also the only character with a fucking helmet. So... You know, make of that what you will. But yeah, he's right S tier. Very, very good. Super, super great. One of my favorites in the entire game. Look at the gap between him and regular Ku. Just huge gap. He's got to like get binoculars to look down there and find Ku, dude. Like, you're gonna need a hell of a ladder to get up there. But costume maybe someday. All right, Leonidas. Now, I love Leonidas as a character, and in context, this really works, right? This really reinforces his character and the type of character he is. But the question is, does it actually look good? And, you know, like, Canis and Leonidas are both doing the whole, like, basically naked warrior thing. You know, Greek warrior, got the shield and all that, right? They're both very, out there, right? And it fits their characters, but... Okay, so the helmet's good. The helmet's really good. The spear is really good. The shield is really good. The cape's not too bad, actually. And you know, I will say, if you're gonna go like the no armor route, barely wearing anything route, and Leonidas is wearing probably the least armor in like the entire game, other than maybe Hercules. You know, having like the tattoos is kind of cool, right? That works, right? Like that's pretty good, and it matches the red on the shield and stuff. Gives it a very like barbaric almost look. You know, it's very fantasy Spartan, right? Very fantasy Spartan. It's okay, but more armor is cooler. I'm just gonna say it. You know, he's got the cool boots and the one, like, bracer, I guess. And the helmet is really good. I mean, the helmet is actually badass as fuck. Let's be honest, right? The helmet is badass as fuck. Now, the second stage is really... How do we rate this, chat? Because without an animation update, the flame plume looks terrible. Don't kid yourself. Without an animation update, the particle effects are dumb. It doesn't work. It looks really stupid. But if they ever give it an animation update, it might look good, right? But it's hard to say. And you've got this art, which were see, now the flame looks fine, right? Like, now it really looks like a flaming plume, and it's not so bad, right? Like this art's pretty badass looking, right? But this, not so much. Right, that's not so much. Now, I like the chest piece. That's cool. The shoulder pads are a bit much, though. And it makes the cape look kind of silly. Right, like, see how the cape is like... How do I put this? It looks like it shouldn't be there, right? Like, once the armor is there, it looks like he really shouldn't have the cape on. But it's like he had to put the chest piece on in a hurry, and he didn't have time to take the cape off, and it's just like sticking out. It's kind of like when you've got someone like in a hostage situation that they've slapped a bulletproof vest on, but he's still got like his three-piece suit on underneath it, and they don't really look right, right? That's kind of what's going on here. Like, the cape just kind of out of place now. It works better with this one for sure. So the spear's a little much. I kind of prefer the more normal spear. You know, this spear is a little little overdressed, I would say. But still got the cool shield. I don't know which one to go with, chat. Like, I think if this gets an animation update, I'd probably like this one the most. But without the animation update, probably not. And I don't know, I like the normal helmet. I really like the actual plume, right? And because it reinforces the rest of the colors, right? Because the plume is red, the tattoos are red, the mark on the shield is red, the cape is red. It works, right? It's like golden red, right? We're going Gilgamesh here. So I like the spear better, so I would say stage 1. And then stage 3, you just lose the helmet, which was the really only good thing going on. And then you lose the shoes! What is wrong with all these servants running around without shoes? What is wrong with these fucking people? And this looks like a slinky. All right, like this right here, this looks like a slinky, okay? That's not great. And then now this looks like some kind of like festive blanket, right? It's not, I gotta say, I love Leonidas, man, but the drip in stage 3 is pretty bad. You lose the awesome helmet. You don't have the chest armor. You still got the tattoos and all that, but then you got the weird, whatever the fuck this is, like fucking slinky socks, right? It's not great. And then you got the more fancy spear, right? Cool hair, but not saving you. Now, I guess he is like got the Chad look going on because we are rating the overall aesthetic, not just the drip. And Leonidas does carry a bit with the cool Chad look. I do like a Chad, right? But it's just better in stage 1. Stage 1 is the best one. It's clean. It's just kind of classic anime Spartan. But it's kind of doing the whole naked, barbarian thing too, which, so is Canis. And it's like, it's okay. It's all right. They got the physique to pull it off. So it's not like trash, right? This isn't like some skinny, wuss trying to run around in a cape, trying to be a superhero. He's got the muscle to back it up, right? So I can support that to an extent, but it's not my, like, cup of tea, right? But the colors are good, the shield's good, the spear's good, the helmet's phenomenal. I think that's enough to go above neutral. It's kind of a close call, but honestly, the helmet is so good. The just overall Spartan vibe that can carry you a long way, even if you're lacking some armor there and you got, a few questionable decisions in there. But I will say, actually, at top of maybe even B+. Like, the helmet is so good. Chat, how much does the helmet carry? Because I really do wish there was more armor in here. The whole like Speedo, Spartan thing is a little eh. But the shield and the spear and the helmet is so good. Yeah, I'm gonna go, so we got Chaos. This is stage 3 Charlemagne, right? Like Chaos Emperor look, which doesn't fit Charlemagne at all, but it's just a good look. I think we'll be right under that. I don't think Leonidas can quite overcome the crazy chaotic Space Emperor vibe that Charlemagne's got there. But, yeah, I think he does beat Artoria a bit, right? I like the red, I think, a bit more than the blue. And the helmet is just so good. Like, the helmet is just, it really, I mean, just look at that. It's so mean looking, right? You get that cool middle part of the helmet, right? It just looks so vicious, right? Love it. Fantastic. All right, speaking of not wearing a lot of armor, Lancers seem to do this a lot. Now, again, in context, it works perfectly, right? It's totally great in context, but we are not rating it in context. We're just rating the style, right? We're rating the aesthetic on its own. And if I saw this without context, I would not like it, right? Now, in context, I'm like, yep, this fits, so I'm okay with it, right? But out of context, it just kind of looks like, how do I put this? And the worst donut, thank you for the 27 months, dude. I really appreciate it. So if I saw this out of context, the one thing I would give it is, hey, he's doing Praise the Sun. So chat, do we factor that in any? Because that would unironically and make it better, right? But without the context, without the Praise the Sun, he kind of just looks like a weird Roman stripper that for some reason has a broom for a weapon. Okay? So that's really negative. I'm just gonna be honest, that's really negative, right? He's got like the Chad look going on, but that's kind of at odds with everything else, right? It doesn't sync up so good. And then like the kind of like this crown thing's, I mean, it's okay. It's all right. Like honestly, the head you kind of have a almost Persian look about it, and from what you see from a lot of fantasy, right? drip check, not pose check. The thing is, it's actually aesthetic check, though. Right? We call it the drip tier list, but we are talking about overall aesthetic. And I think we really shouldn't rate the pose, though, because we haven't really done that for anyone else, right? Because then you have animation updates, and, like, then Protoku's all weird and slouched over and everything, right? So it doesn't really make any sense, right? So we probably should not really factor in the Praise the Sun, as good as that is. However, you could say it is part of the overall aesthetic, right? Because, I mean, look at this art. You know, they know what they did. I mean, they absolutely know what they did. Right, like this came out shortly after Dark Souls 3. I mean, look at Dark Souls 3 cover, then look at his art, right? I mean, they absolutely know what they did. Like they're very much going for like that sun. I mean, like when you look at it like this is way better actually, right? This doesn't even have the pose, but when you see the lighting, you kind of get what they're going for, right? He is like this flamboyant ruler, god, deity, right? Which that makes it way better, right? Like seriously, if I saw this out of context. Like I said, I see Roman stripper with a broom for a weapon, which is a big L, right? But when I see this, I see like, you know, God Emperor, right? Much, much better. And again, we're going with aesthetic, right? So I think we'll kind of factor in the vibe that I know they're going for, but we're not going to factor in Romulus as a character. But okay, so again, kind of got the like Speedo look going on, which oh yeah, you have this one. I have to give this one a no because like this is just stupid. Okay, this is way over the top. Like what the hell are you doing? The colors get a little weird at that point. It's one of these two. I'm not even sure which one. The gold's kind of cool, but so is the bronze. They're both fine. I like both of these. The weapon looks stupider though in the second. Oh, the weapons look stupid no matter what. This one looks the least stupid because it's the least ridiculous, right? But it is ridiculous. It's a mop. It's a broom. Like that looks dumb, right? You know, got the sandals. Not a huge fan of sandals. You know, he's got again like the stripper look going on with the crown and then kind of the weird neck thing. I mean, the colors are good. The colors are good. Their overall vibe of like the God Emperor thing is good. But I think it could be executed better. And we'll get into that when we get to like Darius, for example. I think Darius pulls it off much better. Because a lot of the stuff that's here just doesn't look good, right? The neck thing doesn't really look that good. The mop doesn't look that good. You know, this kind of like weird harness Speedo look. It's not really doing it for me, right? It's just eh. So again, out of context, I would rate this fairly poorly. It's not the worst thing, right? There's other things out there. You know, he's not a weeb, I'll give him that. But I can't think of a lot of nice things to say about it other than just the kind of like God ruler vibe, which is cool, but it's not executed well. I like the idea, but it is not executed well. It has been executed better by other characters. So I'm gonna have to give it definitely on the negative side here. Probably around, like, here. Yeah, I mean, a broom is probably cooler than a katana. I'll give it that. But, yeah, it's a bit on the negative. It's not way negative, right? I like what they're going for, but, I mean, it's just not executed well. So, okay, Hector. I already know which one of these I like best. I actually don't like the red at all. I think the red with the green just looks stupid. Like, we're going Christmas mode. Just get out of here with that. The yellow's too much. This is meh. This is meh. So it's definitely not that one. I've never really liked that one because of that. Stage 1 is fine, but and it's kind of cool that it's got like the more earth colors, right? It gets a little fancier with the other ones, but this gauntlet's cool. And like the black cape is good. I don't normally like capes too much, but the black works. The black with the green looks really good, right? You got the robot arm. I love robot arms, right? I like the asymmetrical. You got one normal arm and then one like crazy arm, right? That's really cool. Got the cool like black gauntlet, goes with the black cape and everything else. It's good, right? He's got the kind of cool uncle look going on, right? And he's seen some shit. The only bad thing is these pants. These pants are a catastrophe, right? Puffy pants and then right into like slender boots. I don't know why this is such a thing. I don't know why this is such a thing. I've mentioned this so many times with the sabers where they just go like poof. They're really thin. Like stop doing that. It looks awful. Big L. Everything else is good though, and the cape helps balance it out. Like in stage 1, the poofy pants stand out more. Like that's pretty bad. Saved by the colors, like the kind of classical tunic, I like that, and the cool arm. But yes, the cape really helps balance out the shitty pants. But yeah, no, he's got a good look about him. I like the uncle look. You know, a little small beard going on, you know, goatee, that's fine. Cool spear. I think Durandal as a spear looks fine. It is obviously kind of a sword just fused onto a longer hilt, but you know, it works. I think it looks fine. I don't have a problem with it. The kind of gold blade I like, and it goes well with the black and green. I like it a lot. And you got the little gold, you know, highlights. It's good. I think it's a really good look. Other than the pants. And I love the robot arm, honestly. I'm a big fan of robot arms, especially when it's asymmetrical. I just like it. It's I like asymmetrical things, and the robot arm works really well in that way. So we're definitely going into the positive a good bit. And it's green, man. I like my green, but those pants are pretty bad. Those pants are used to float longer. Yeah, I know. So Dragon Lord, you know, he's a big Attila fan, called her shoes like float boats, which I would have to agree with. But yeah, her shoes are terrible. Oh my god. She really is in a rough spot right now, but believe me, there will be some things that go lower than her. I mean, we already got Liz, but okay, how far does the green carry? I think it's definitely an A tier. I think it'd even be A+ if it wasn't for the pants. Yeah, I think a really solid A. I really like Hector. I think he's got a really good look. Quite nice. If he could get a buff, that would be great. And he's really close with Bedivere. I think they could go back and forth. I think on a different day of the week, I might switch those around. Okay, Scath. Very popular character right here. I already know I got a lot to say about this one. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way. Stage 3 sucks, okay? This whole, like, warrior bonnet thing, we've already talked about that. Dumb as shit. Dumb as shit, right? And they're trying to go with like a serious warrior lady look for Scath, and even if you have no context, you can see that with just like her expression, right? And just the giant fucking spear, but then she's wearing like a fucking bonnet, right? It's just dumb, right? And it's way too fancy. It's got all the like jewels on it and stuff. She doesn't have, like, she's not like Romulus, right? Like, she's not going for that kind of vibe, right? And then you got this little like this little like what is this, right? Like, what? Like, she got the whole skin tight thing going on just like Ku, but then why is, like, what? Like, this is just, no, it's silly. It's like she's got her, like, her nappy on, right? She's about to go to bed, guys. She's got her little night, robe on or something, right? It's just stupid. It's half a skirt. I mean, and then between this thing and the bonnet, just no, right? Just absolutely no. Hate the color, like cream. It's not like cream, like gold is necessarily bad, but it's really bad with purple and black. Like, are you fucking kidding me with that? So yeah, no, absolutely not stage 3. And then stage 2 is just not as good as stage 1. Let's not kid ourselves here. Black is cooler, all right? Like, they're basically the same thing, but then stage 1, you got the mask, and then it's black. It's just better, all right? So stage 1 is what we're going with here. So way different vibe here. We still got this stupid little, you know, night robe on, which, why? Like, it would just look way better without that, but black's good. The ninja mask thing is cool, and she's got the whole warrior lady thing going on, but, you know, she's got the whole skin tight thing like Ku does. I'd actually say, though, even though I like Ku more, I think Scath does it better because it's dark colors. Like I said, Ku would look better if instead of blue, it was black. And a million % I think that's the case. And look, this is black, so it's better. If you're gonna do the skin tight thing, bright colors are bad. Like, just straight up, you don't want to look like Superman. That's dorky, all right? We don't do that. The dark colors work much better. Purple is cooler. Bullshit. You're just saying that because your name is purple. Also, the black, like these like line things again, right? They're not as dorky as Ku's, but they're a lot less noticeable with the black. With the purple, they're really noticeable, and it looks kind of weird. It's like she's got like these weird like notches. Like, look at this. You can see these like notches so clearly. So she got this whole like skin tight thing going on, but it's like covered in buttons. Like, what? Like, why? It's just weird. Like, that is just weird. The spear's cool though, and then you lose the mask, right? And the shoulders stand out, and I guess they're okay, but it's, I don't know, they're kind of like flowery looking, so I don't really like them standing out. Nope, stage 1's better. Stage 1 is just way better. It's more serious looking. It's more cohesive. The buttons are less noticeable. They're more like toned down, right? She looks like a fucking ninja, all right? That's pretty cool. So, chat seems to be disagreeing with me on this, but fuck you, chat. It's my tier list. Y'all stupid and don't know what you're talking about. Stage 1 is the best one. It's not even close. Definitely better than Coup, because again, it's dark colors. Dictator, abso-fucking-lutely. This is not a democracy. But Coup has I'm just gonna say it. Coup has the better, like, vibe outside of the drip, right? Like, the blue hair, like, cocky hunter look, right? That's better. She's got, like, the dead fish personality look. You know, the burgundy hair, it's okay, but Cou's better, all right? Cou's better. Just gonna say it. But her drip is a lot better. Cou's spear is better. This is a little too fancy for me. This kind of gets a little over-decorated, I would say. And both Bolg and other Bolg, you know, got this, like, weird, you know, cord wrapping thing, which in context makes sense, but out of context, it just looks kind of dumb. So it's not, like, the best spear by any means for either of them. So, Cou's got the cooler hair and everything, but his drip is so bad that I do think Scath still ends up being higher. Like, the ninja mask is cool, right? The ninja mask is cool. The black colors make the whole thing work a hell of a lot better. But she's got the weird, like, going to bed, you know, robe on. That's dumb. The spear's a little dumb. We'll go about right there. Yeah, maybe, I think maybe over Caesar just a little bit. The ninja mask is pretty cool. Yeah, we'll go, like, right there. I think that's fair. I think that's about right. These three, I might move around a bit later, but, like, these three are close. I'll worry about the exact placement later. Those three are all close to each other. All right, more Irish stuff. Diarmid. Now, he goes a little bit lighter on the whole skin tight thing, because he's got, like, a lot of this, like, you know, extra stuff going on with, like, the shoulder thing and, like, this whole, like, bottom harness thing and whatnot. But then, see, this is better than Cou's second stage. I'm just gonna say it, right? He's committing, right? Coup is just weird with the shirtless thing, all the, like, the detached sleeves and whatnot. He's still got this going on, but that's better, honestly. Like, that works better than what Coup had, like, bring more up in the shoulder. This is definitely better than Cou's. This is, like, committing to the Irish thing. The dog tag thing, though, is kind of weird and out of place, because everything else looks kind of, like, more old-timey, right? That if I just saw this out of context, I'd be like, why the fuck does he have, like, dog tags? Like, what the hell? Overall, the best one is stage 3, though, because this has, like, a more normal, like, fantasy look. Nice shade of green. This is a great use of this kind of green. Looks really good with, like, the dark gray. This is great, actually. These colors are great. And it kind of loses that, like, skin tight thing Coup and Scath have going on. But that's kind of a good thing, to be honest. I think this works pretty good. This looks like a cool spearman, right? Like, it's pretty badass. The colors are great. You know, it's very lightly armored, so it's not going to be as good as someone with, like, badass medieval armor. But if you're going to go with the light armor look, this ain't bad. Again, the dog tags are kind of weird and just out of place. If anything, they're even more out of place here, because this looks even more like fantasy and whatnot, where that's very modern. But overall, it's really good. I like the colors. Spears still got that weird wrap thing around them. Not as weird as Scath's, though. Scath's were really weird. They're pretty cool. The different colored spears are fine. It does kind of look like ketchup and mustard, though. I've always thought that. You know, it's like ketchup, mustard, and lettuce. But, you know, that aside, it's still all right. I like spears more than swords. That's a plus. All the Lancers get a plus. I just like spears more than swords. Although, so far, all of these spears have been kind of mid, other than maybe Proto-Cou's, where, like, Siegfried's sword has been better than most of these spears. Like, spears in general are just cooler than swords, but, like, these are not top-tier spears, where Siegfried has a top-tier as fuck sword. So, you know, that's big. That's why Siegfried's rated pretty highly, along with just the cool armor and stuff. But no, this is good. I think this drip's good. The hair, it looks like it's like a plastic cutout to an extent, but it's all right. It's not too bad. Let's see. Where do we put Diarmid? You know, there's not a lot to say. It's just a nice kind of normal, lightly armored, you know, hunter warrior kind of look, which is pretty good. Gonna beat Scath definitely because of the green and stuff. I mean, she's got the cool mask. Like, I dig the cool mask, you know, and the dark colors, but I'm gonna say like right there, quite high. So I think I will put Scath over these two. I do think Scath's got the kind of sleek ninja killer lady. You know, that's kind of cooler than these two by a bit. But it's close, and I don't think she beats Leonidas' helmet. But Leo's got the better spear. Oh yeah, Leo and Protoku have got some pretty good spears so far. Yeah, Leo's spear is actually pretty awesome. Okay, oh, I got some things to say about this one. Lancer Artoria Alter. That is a mouthful. All right, chat. I think we all know I'm going with stage 1. But I guess, okay, I will say this, because we're rating more than just their armor and stuff. The spear's cool, right? The whole, like, crazy glowy vortex spear. You know, that's cool, right? I swear to God, chat, I don't automatically hate on things just because they have like fan service, but it just looks weird, right? Because she's so heavily armored, and then we're going like heavy fan service. It's like pick a lane, pick a fucking lane, right? Because like Leonidas is picking a lane, right? Okay, and like Canis is picking a lane. This really isn't picking a lane, right? It's just kind of weird, the mix of things. And now she got the whole bobblehead thing going on because her sprite's old. So it's really hard to rate her because of that, because her art style is kind of odd in this, and then her sprite's kind of bad. So it is very hard to rate her because of that. I'll probably have to reevaluate her if she ever got an animation update. But like, okay, stage 2, right? Some people like, a lot of people out there like knights without helmets. They really prefer that. They like seeing the face. It's a big aesthetic boost for them. I'm not one of those people.
Oh, no.
And even if you are one of those people, I think stage 2 is still worse because again, I'm not being a thigh hater, chat, okay? I'm not saying you can't show some thigh, but it's completely out of place with everything else, right? We're going like the horse is all dripped out, right? All you got the, you know, lots of armor here, the spikes come out of the head, and then just randomly the hips, right? Just super random. It's super out of place. It looks like she forgot to put her fucking, like, girdle on. That's what it looks like, right? It doesn't look intentional, right? It doesn't look designed. It just looks like she hasn't finished putting her armor on, right? It doesn't look good, right? It looked chaotic. It literally looks like she just forgot to put her pants on, right? It doesn't look like it's an intentional, like, fan service thing. It's not great. The armor's all right, but stage 1 is just better, all right? Like, stage 1 is just better. Now, I will say, we're going pretty ham on the skirt here. You know, maybe a little overcompensating now, right? And especially when you're on a horse, that's a little dorky. These look like bat wings or like insect wings. Like, what the fuck? That really is like too much, right? Like, dial that back, right? Like, maybe stop here, right? Like, lose all of this, right? That does look kind of dumb, and especially on the horse, like that. Like I said, so far Arthur's had the best, like, skirt. I'm just saying, you know, it took a man to have a good dress. Everyone else so far has been kind of fucking it up a bit. But it still works better with the rest of the armor, right? We're kind of just going with a heavy armor look in general now, and that works better. The super skinny legs, though, sticking out of all this armor, I don't know about that. Now, the helmet. Oh, the helmet. Now, you really see this in gameplay. I don't think you really see it here. But, like, in her NP, you see her regular eyes glowing, right? And then once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I don't really like it, right? This is her head right here. Her eyes are right there. And then you have another set of eyes and just, like, this giant, like, headdress. Like, just think about Artoria's face right here. And you got, like, this dorky headdress around it. It's kind of dumb. Like, this part of the helmet's really cool, right? Like, this, like, visor, you know, or, like, right? This all right here is great. This all looks really, really good, right? So if the helmet was like this part right here was just, like, the roof, like, the head top, right? So if it was like this right here, that would be excellent. But all this is kind of dumb, right? Like, this helmet is blatantly way too big for her. You can see this, like, skinny neck, skinny legs. And then, like, you know, you can tell her eyes are supposed to be right here. And when she NPs, her eyes glow right there. So you have 2 eyes. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. Now, yes, it's kind of bobblehead. That's fair. I think if she gets an animation update, it'll probably look better. And I've heard, like, this artist in, like, their earlier days, they kind of had a hard time with, like, the body proportions, like, it being too skinny. And some of their newer art looks a lot better. And from what I've seen, that is true. Like, they actually I like their artists more like now how they draw now. The body proportions are better. So if this character gets an animation update, it'll probably look a lot better. And we're rating the aesthetic, not so much the execution of like the art, I suppose. So yeah, we'll give the like skinny neck, skinny legs thing a pass for now, right? So that's all right. But the helmet is a little dorky. I love helmets, and this part of the helmet is bad. I've never been so conflicted about a helmet in my life. It's like partially badass as fuck and so like intimidating, and you can't see the face at all. Like this cool like black visor, like there's like, you know, death in there, right? That's cool, but the rest of it is a bit much, right? It looks like she's gonna topple over, and the double eye thing I don't like. Now, I think it's only fair, chat, and I think we're gonna set a precedent here, that we gotta rate the horse. It's part. I think everyone would agree it's part of the package. We're talking about the aesthetic, right? And the horse is a very big part of the aesthetic. And we're gonna have Percival and, you know, lots of people on horses. So I think the horse must be rated and part of the package. So even if like the horse was lame and the knight was awesome, you gotta rate the whole thing, right? Kind of like the twins. You know, it was like it's a set, right? I think it's the same thing here with the horse. Now, this horse is half awesome and half lame, okay? So the evil horse vibe is cool. The armored face thing is cool. But like the face thing being so like skeletal, right? Like so it's like his skeleton is on the outside. It doesn't work. Doesn't work, right? If this armor here was just like a faceplate, it would look really cool. But because it goes like skeletal mode and then he's got like the shaggy hair, he looks like a witch that died. It's like a witch's corpse or something. That's not cool. That's not like a war horse. That's not badass. That's flimsy and silly. Yeah, the combination of like the white shaggy hair with the bone mask, I don't like it. I don't it doesn't work for me. I think the mane would look a lot better black. It'd look a lot better black. The white, not really doing it for me. And especially because she's so dark, and then this is dark, and the spear, and the red and the black and all that, but then there's just white. Like, it's so out of place. I don't like it. All this dark stuff, all this like evil rider, black knight stuff, and then it's just like white. And yeah, it's like a bad Halloween costume. Hot topic horse. Yeah, dude, I tell you, this horse is dragging her down. I love Dun Stallion, but man, this wasn't his day. This was he took a wrong turn. He bought the wrong outfit. It's not great. The random white clashes so hard, right? The red, the black, the purple, even the gold is fine. The burgundy, right? All fine. The red eye is fine. The dark horse color, fine. But then the white hair, white armor here, awful. Super awful. Big negative, man. Big fucking negative. So the armor's great, right? Just nice, normal, like demonic knight. I like demonic knights, right? It's pointy and sharp and evil looking, right? It does have a little Halloween vibes though, like with this thing here, right? That with like this stuff, and then this thing, you know, it's all that's kind of Halloween, right? There is a bit of Halloween going on here, which is not great. Wait, is this not Dun Stallion? Did she get it? Oh, right, this is a different horse, isn't it? You're right. I've read that before. Excuse me. Chest spike is dumb. It's not too bad, and let's be honest, she has the chest spike so she can fit her boobs. All right, let's just be honest. That's why it's there. They did that with Burgist as well, right? It's to fit the rack, right? That's the point. But I mean, it's better than not having it. I'll say that, because like with stage 3 you don't have it, and I don't think this works. I don't think the mix of like heavy armor but then exposed booba, it doesn't work. I'm not hating on the fan service, it just doesn't work, right? It's like pick a lane. The no helmet is okay, I guess, with the head demonic stuff, but even though the helmet's like half cool, half dorky, I think overall the helmet's better. The spear is way better in this stage though, but the horse is still dorky. Man, how do I feel about this? You know, on the surface level, I love the idea of like a dark knight, black knight, demonic knight with a lance is even better. But the horse really missed the mark. And, you know, there are some Halloween vibes here. So, where are we gonna put this? It's so close to greatness. It could be so good, but it really just doesn't make it. I think even regular Artoria Lancer, or not Artoria Lancer, regular Artoria Altar I do think is better. It's a bit more sleek. You know, the whole like warrior dress thing is a little silly, right? It's a little poofy and a bit much for me. But like, this is just a bit more put together, right? This is a bit more sleek. You know, there's not a lot of negatives, not a lot of things dragging it down, right? So even though like the basic armor and stuff I don't like as much, it's kind of just got the right vibe. It just is like that demonic, you know, warrior lady thing going on, where the horse being so fucked up and the weird double eye thing for the helmet and all that, I do think makes the Lancer version not as good as regular Alter. I would say they're kind of around here, where they've got like the really cool glowing eyes, you know, shadowy face thing, but then a lot of other things are wrong. She's kind of similar to that, where some things are really right, but then a lot of things are really wrong. But I would still say it's... I'd say it's around there. I mean, it's still good. I still think it's cool, even with the negatives. Just the armor Dark Knight thing is still a cool enough thing to be a little positive, right? I think she's above neutral. She is. I think even a little bit higher than that is fair. I think like they're better than the twins. Yeah, I would say around Zigguard, right? Because Zigguard's a very similar thing where a lot of things I like, a lot of things I don't like. So yeah, I think B. I think B is right. I feel comfortable with that. Okay, Karna. Now, I love Karna to death, but his drip sucks. And almost every friend I've ever gotten to Fate, when they first see Karna, they're like, wow, he looks dumb as hell. And then when they see Karna in action, then they love him, right? And I'm the same way. You know, in context, I love him to death, right? And it's like, you kind of, what do you call it? It's like association, right? You associate the character of Karna with this drip, and so you like it. But it's not actually good drip. Like, the colors are good. I'll give it that. And in FGO, they make it more pink, but like canonically, it's more red, right? I like that. The gold red is really good, right? The gold red's good. The kind of crazy eyes, that stuff's good, right? There's good things about it. But okay, where do I even start here? We'll go with stage 2 because I think that's the best one. So I like the floating shoulders, right? And like with the flame cape that actually works. It kind of gives this really superpower kind of thing. You know, it really does the like Indian anime vibe. I really like it, like especially with like the shape and everything. So the shoulder stuff is good. That's actually really cool, right? With like the kind of flamey cape look, and it's like hovering, right? I like it, right? I like it. Oh boy, though. So like I'm just gonna get to it. The whole like Speedo armor thing. Nope. None of the Speedos have done well. No reason for it to do well here. Again, out of context, this just doesn't really work. You know, the armor gets really skinny here. It's all right, though. Like, this is okay. You know, very spiky. And he's got spikes on the spear, spikes on the gloves, and these are spiky. That's all right. That's all right. But he's got, like, the spike necklace. I don't know about that. It's getting kind of weird. The earrings are too big, I think. It's too much. Dial that back a bit. I do like the spear, though. The spear is fine. I don't have a problem with it. Gauntlets are fine. The colors are good. Overall, the colors are really good. You know, I think he can pull off the kind of like almost clown makeup thing, but it works because of the cape and everything else and the kind of vibrant colors. It's all right, right? It's all right. Like Zigguard, we got this exposed chest thing going on. We're not talking about context. We're talking about, you know, aesthetic. And Zigguard pulled that off because he had glowing green stuff, right, with the exposed chest thing. Karna don't got that. Karna's got like fucking implants, like jewel implants. Like what the fuck? Right, so you have like jewel implants and then like the neck spike thing. This is just weird. And then you got like the Speedo thing. Nope. It's not happening. Like chat, you know it's true. Without context, Karna doesn't look good. All right? Most people saw Karna and thought he was dumb. Then they saw his story and they thought he was awesome. And then they associate this drip with that character and then they like it. And I'm in the same boat, but when we're being objective here, it's not great. It really is not great. The metal clock piece, yep. He looks great. So Ace, give me your argument. All right, hit me with it. Why do you, without Karna being Karna, why is this great? Also, chat, do we rate the glasses? Unironically, if you factor in the glasses, even though they're completely out of place, and I would normally not like that mix of like fantasy and modern, these glasses are so good that it's a positive. Like these glasses, my dad had glasses like this, I remember. He had all kinds of like colored sunglasses and stuff. I've always loved sunglasses like this. These, unironically, These are great. And like that serious expression he's got, it's so good. It is so good. The colors are nice, and he can pull the Speedo look because he looks like a K-pop idol. Okay, looking like a K-pop idol, not a positive. All right? The colors are good. I do agree with you on that. The colors are actually very good. I think the kind of, it's more red, like generally, you know, FGO makes it more pink for some reason, but this is normally more red. But either way, pink or red, it's good. And with the gold, it's good. The gold, black, pink, red, whatever, it's good. I really do like it. I really, really do like it. And like the bottom half here is fine, right? Like we're doing good here and we're doing good on the sides, right? We're doing good, but his core, all bad. All bad. You got the earrings are too much. The choker thing is like weird. This is very weird, and the Speedo thing is really weird. It doesn't work. It just totally doesn't work for me. Now, these glasses though, not only are these just great glasses on their own, but they actually go with the colors. That's what's so good about them, is they actually go with these like vibrant colors we got going on, right? And yes, there is a real juxtaposition with like the fantasy Indian design and then the very modern sunglasses. And I'm biased. Chat, I'm biased, but it's my tier list, so I get to be biased. A lot of times when you have like a weird clash like that, I don't like it. But because I like these kind of sunglasses so much, I allow it. I allow it, chat. It's called being a hypocrite. What are you gonna do about it, chat? But yeah, the glasses are so good that it's actually a positive. And that actually helps a lot. Those sunglasses really, really help. And the colors are good. So we have huge negatives, but massive positives. With the glasses, will go top of B+. Just beats out Gwaine. The glasses are that good. Those glasses are fucking top tier, right? And if it was a sunglasses tier list, he would be S+. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. And I haven't made anything S+ this entire time. If it was just the sunglasses, those sunglasses are S+. So, and again, it's not just the glasses. He's got the good colors. He's got the good bottom half. The spear is all right. That gets a B+, right? Real quick, just to talk about it. This, okay, not that. Wiki, work with me here. This, not so good. All right, this spear gets way too dorky. It's way too oversized. It looks like a toy. This looks silly. Also, oh my god, the CGI is terrible. You know, this bit is all right. You know, this bit is all right. But now we're just losing the armor. Now we look like a ballerina, but still with the Speedo. But then the top half's nothing like a ballerina. It's not working out. Not working out. Big L. And you lose the gold, a lot of the gold stuff. It's not good. And this is like almost like a vampire like growl or something. It's not, and the spear is so dumb. The spear, I'm sorry, it's just so dumb. We're talking out of context here. If I saw that out of context, I'd be like, nope, absolutely not. Like, you know, in context, you get like spear super mode and, you know, Indian power stuff, right? And it's better, and oh my god, this spear is so bad again. If I saw this out of context, this just looks dumb. It's like, what are you doing? These are all right. Going back to the shoulder things, that's all right. And I'll say this, the Speedo works better now because of the eye thing, right? Like it's better, right? How do the ladies feel about this? I'm curious about this. For like the 3 ladies in my chat, how do they feel about the Speedo look? Cause I give it an eh. And I know some people like it, right? And I do think it works a lot better with this eye thing. Cause now we're leaning into the flamboyant, right? And that works better, because now we got like the hyper colors going on, and the hair is kind of cool. Like it's all right. It's better than stage 3, but we still lost the armor, right? And I like the armor. All right. It is better than stage 3, but I do think this is absolutely inferior to stage 2. The spear is such a negative. You can't look away from this thing. I mean, holy hell. I mean, look at this, right? It looks so brittle. It looks so brittle. I don't like it. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if we get some comments on YouTube from ladies, how they feel about the like Speedo look, because it's not just Karna, right? So they've got quite a few characters like this. I'm curious how they feel about it. But I mean, this is all right, right? You know, it's leaning into the flamboyant enough that, and the colors are really nice, and it's all right. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I think stage 2 is still the best. And then stage 1 is like, it's almost good. I've always felt this way. This is almost good. But the problem with it is, now that we've gained more like armor, it just exaggerates how weird this is, right? We're so heavily armored here, and then we're so lightly armored here. Some people probably like it, but I just it just and now we're getting a little too spiky, right? I kind of like this though, this jewel thing. It's kind of better, but we lost the cool hovering shoulder flag, you know, like flag cape flame thing, right? So overall, I don't like this one as much. And this almost looks cool, but it kind of doesn't. It's just not quite there. It's a little awkward. It's almost good though. It's almost good. Yeah, definitely stage 2 though with the sunglasses. I think this is absolutely the one we're rating. B+, totally happy with that. A lot of good, a lot of bad, but the good is so good that it still hangs in there. But that's a weird one, man. Like, Karna is a weird one. All right. Where are we at here? Way down here. Okay. All right, what do we got? We got... This is pretty basic. Still got the skin tight thing going on. The skin tight thing here doesn't work very well because the bottom is more heavy. So we're doing the whole Irish skin tight thing that we've been seeing a lot of, but then the bottom is so much heavier. I don't think that works very well. Again, pick a lane. Cool spear, good colors for the most part. This is much better, right? Because now we're like balancing it out, and the top matches the bottom now, right? It's kind of asymmetrical thing going on, still kind of light hunter knight thing. And then this, I normally wouldn't like this, but for some reason, I just like it. I don't even know what it is. I mean, the chest piece is cooler, it's a bit heavier, and like the chest with this shoulder is nice. But this works. I don't even know why, but this works. Like it's not too much. If it was a bit more cape, I don't think I would like it. But it's all right. I kind of dig it with the skirt thing. It's all right. Again, the guys have been really winning with the skirts. A lot of the ladies keep having these big poofy like explosion skirts, and it's too much. Where the guys just kind of have like a kilt going on, right? And it's generally, or just straight, right? And it's just better. And the armor, I like the armor. That's why I kind of like the robe look with like the armor underneath it, right? I kind of like that. Kind of like the Nazgul, right, in Lord of the Rings, so you can see how they have armor under their robes. I like that. And this kind of cape thing kind of gives it that vibe. Obviously not nearly as much, but I like that. And same with the bottom stuff, right? You can clearly see there's armor under the skirt and stuff. I like it. I like the colors. The only thing I don't like is this being like a purple blue, you know, and this being blue. I don't like that. Make these match. Like, pick a lane again. Like, what the fuck? That's the only thing I don't like. And I don't hate it. It's not like if this was like teal, then I would super hate it. You know, or like pink or something just completely out of place with everything else. But the fact that it's almost in sync but not is just weird to me. But I like the tans. I like the beige or whatever, you know, off-white. I like that. I like the gray. The golden gray is fine. Yeah, it's pretty good. I really like this. It's just, I like armor. It'd probably be cooler with a helmet. But he's kind of got the Prince Charming thing going on. It's really reinforced by the hair and stuff. But I think he pulls it off, right? I think Fion's got a good enough of a look, right, to pull off the Prince Charming kind of look. But it's kind of like Prince Charming, but Irish, right? That's kind of what they're going for. The spear's a little fancy, but it's still pretty good, right? Kind of looks like an insect here at this part, but yeah, overall it's good, and I just like spears, so this is good. Wait, green diamonds? Wait, what are we talking about? What? We got gold. We got like brooches or whatever, and these are red. Am I missing some? Oh, wow! I never saw that either. Shit. I like it though, actually. Now that's actually, wow, you're never going to see that in gameplay. Because you're going to be more zoomed out than that. You are never going to see that. But blue and green is a good look, right? And this is kind of a darker blue. I think green is a great highlight with blue. It really is. Like dark blue, navy blue, that kind of stuff with a green highlight always looks good. It's a shame you can't fucking see it. So it barely gains any points for that because you can't actually see it. If those were bigger, or like maybe there was like the armor was dark blue and you had some like gems like that, like if the whole color aesthetic was kind of this color palette with the green and the blue, that'd actually be pretty cool. But yeah, it's not a negative, but it's a pretty minor positive just because you can barely fucking see it. But I don't have a lot of negatives there. I would say A. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's really good. I think Fionn, Finn, however you want to say it, got good drip. Not bad at all. And he's one of the few males that can pull off the long hair decently well. So, not bad, not bad. All right, Brunhilde time. Floaty lady. Now, I think the floating thing, unlike the pose for Romulus, this really is inherent to the design. She's like always floating. And like even in her art, you know, she's like a floating lady, right? That's literally part of the vibe. So I think we'll definitely factor that in. I think that's just fair. She's got like a very mystical look going on, right? With the crystal hair and all that. But here's the thing, all right? So we got like the armored boots, okay? And it's very fantasy, like with the heels and stuff, but that's fine. It's okay to be fantasy, you know, very fantasy armored gloves here. This is fine. This matches the like crazy crystal hair, right? And she's floating. So we kind of got like a crystal knight lady going on. But then she's got like a schoolgirl thing going. Like what? And she's not even like a schoolgirl age, right? Like she's like, it's so random. Like, what the hell? Like, I literally have never understood why she's got, like, this sailor thing going on. It is just so fucking bizarre to me that they did that. Because everything else is, like, real fantasy stuff. Right? Now, in this one, it blends in more because it's just harder to tell. And now we're really leaning into the fantasy stuff. And I kind of like the colors. You know, this really is, like, Jewel Night kind of going on here. But this is a bit much. Now, because she's flying, it's okay, I guess, to be so over-designed. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd like it better if this wasn't so over the top. The hair colors are very extreme, but it's reinforced with, like, this being kind of like a jewel thing and, like, the color of the armor here, right? It works. I think her hair color works in all of the stages. But I don't even know which one of these we're gonna rate, to be honest, but I really don't like the, like, sailor uniform thing. That is just so at odds with everything else. Like, if everything was styled like her boots and her gauntlets, right, if that was the whole, like, she was all that, I think it would be fine, right? But it's just such an extreme thing. It's not just the, like, sailor outfit with the armor stuff. It's like the hair and the like Valkyrie wings, right? And the very high fantasy weapon, and then just sailor uniform. Right now, if you love sailor uniforms, you would probably like it then, but I don't particularly. I don't have a very strong opinion about that, so it's pretty just out of nowhere. And this just looks silly. Okay, let's just get to this spear is too oversized, right? Even with even in context, when you know what's going on here, that's too much. If I saw this, I'd be like, why is her spear so big? That's goofy. Why does she have a sailor uniform? You know what it looks like? Maybe this is the thing. Maybe this is what inspired it. But it looks like you had a regular schoolgirl that in the middle of class, some magical fairy showed up with a syringe and injected magical gym knight directly into her veins, but it doesn't get rid of the school outfit that she was wearing, right? That's what it looks like. That's not a good look, okay? I'm just gonna say it. That's not a good look, especially with this thing. Not about it. I like the colors, though, and everything else is good, right? Everything else is good, other than the spear, I suppose. So spear bad, schoolgirl thing bad. It's just out of place, right? Again, pick a lane. But the armor bits are cool. The colors are cool. I kind of like the floaty gem knight mystical thing going on, right? That's not bad. The hair is a little extreme, though, with like how long it is. But that kind of works with her flying, I guess. It's not too bad. Where to put her? Where to put her? I'm gonna say ultimately she's neutral. We'll put her right under Rama, I think. You know, like the boots and the gloves are cool, right? The vibe is cool, but the schoolgirl thing mixed in, Next is Zergard. Yeah, that'd be funny. He's not quite there though. I can't force it though. We gotta be realistic here. Can't lie. All right, Lee. Very just straight, normal, traditional Chinese stuff. There's almost no fantasy going on here. Like really, there's no fantasy here. But that's okay. I'm alright with that. I don't mind it. I don't love it. You know, the traditional Chinese stuff and Japanese stuff is not generally my cup of tea. But this kind of like uniform look, you know, like martial arts look, I'm okay with it. That I like better than like a yukata, right? This is way better than like that kind of thing. And you know, this, you see a lot of like Chinese spears like this. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Cool hair. He's got the cool hair. I don't mind that. He's got the really like serious eyes going on. You know, it's fine. It's very simple though. Very, very simple. Okay, and then stage 2. I'm not sure what, you know, this one, you know, it matches the hair. A bit more formal looking, right? But everything about the, knowing nothing about Lee, remove context. If you just see this character, it is so obvious that he's kind of a not a formal guy, right? And then this looks kind of weird that he's so blatantly not like a formal guy and he's wearing very formal stuff there. So it's kind of out of place. This, it looks like a Yakuza boss now, right? Now this looks more modern, right? And this just straight up looks like a Yakuza boss. Like that's kind of what we're going for, which, you know, is Chinese, not Japanese, but it's still kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Looks gangster anyway. Don't like it as much, honestly, because the spear is so traditional. I don't mind the colors, you know, it's kind of cool, but I honestly prefer this, right? I think this one's the best for Lee. I like this one the best. I think the traditional looks fine, and it still looks kind of like the not formal, right? Kind of looks like it's not put on right and all that kind of thing. I like the spear a lot. Lee's carrying this though. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you put Ku in this outfit, not gonna work. You put most Fate characters in this outfit, it's not gonna work. But Lee carries the hell out of this with just his hair and his overall vibe. But that's part of the aesthetic, and it works pretty good. Yeah, after school outfit, absolutely. It's not amazing, but Lee is cool enough that it does all right. We will give it, I think just over, I think even over Fergus, because Fergus has the dumb no shoes and the little boy vests and all that. He does have the cool green pattern and some of the armor and whatnot, but I think Lee is a little bit ahead there. It's very simple though, one of the most basic outfits we've seen. Okay, the other Lancer Oratoria. Now, I generally prefer like Demon Knights over Holy Knights, right? But the execution of the Demon Knight look was so sloppy that the Holy Knight look here is absolutely gonna win. Chat, do we get to rate Lion King, like pure Lion King? I think we rate that separately, right? I don't have a picture to put on the list, so I'll have to, we'll see how we do that. Maybe add that in later, but I think we rate those two separately entirely. Now, this is always tricky for me. So again, I think this one, the helmet, has got even more problems with the double eye thing. I really don't like it with this one. Because now it's all like wrinkly and like up here, and with the eye, I don't like this. This part of the helmet looks very stupid to me, especially when you know her actual eyes are there. It just looks like he looks drugged out of his mind. She's got like a psychopath on her helmet. It's like a spooked lion that's on drugs and alcohol, right? It's not great. Not a fan. This part again looks amazing though. This whole bit, the jaw part, this part right here, and like the black, you know, visor thing, that all looks fucking phenomenal. Everything else looks fucking weird. Like, this looks so weird. Like, it makes me really not like it. Now, I do like the fur on the armor going into like the main plume. That's very cool. The yellow tan with the white blue and all that is totally fine, right? The horse looks a million times better. Not even close, right? Because now we're still going with the white armor, but then that actually fits the fucking rider, right? That looks so bad on the other Lancer Artoria. I do think I prefer the second stage though, because I really don't like that helmet, and I hate to say that because I love helmets, but I think it looks better without. Now, you can't really see it here, but there's no shoulder pad in this Ascension, right? It's like a asymmetrical thing. But it's all right. I don't hate it. It's okay. I think I might like it more if it was just more armor. But this is very like light cavalry look now, right? Like when you're losing this, and we're doing the hip thing again. I think it's a little bit less awkward here though. The hip thing was really fucking awkward on the altar version. I don't think that really worked at all. It's not too bad here. Like really, I think the altar version, it just straight up looks like she forgot to put her pants on. But because this still has like the skirt drip and whatnot, it's not so bad, right? Like this is okay. But yeah, the armor looks pretty sleek, right? It's just good armor. It is a little odd with the asymmetrical thing, but I think it looks fine without the extra main drip and all that. It still looks good. I do like the main drip, but that helmet is just so fucked that I think ultimately this one does look better. The spear sucks. The spear sucks. It's not good. It's not good at all. The spear super sucks. It's pretty bad in stage 1, 2. It's only good in stage 3. You know, in stage 3, it becomes like a holy spear, you know, glowy power and all that kind of stuff. But this drip is terrible. I hate this cape so much. This cape is so... This drags it to hell. If this cape was blue, it would be way better. This cape alone just kills the whole thing, right? That it's that bad. I absolutely hate this cape. Now, most people focus on the booba here, and I mean, you know, obviously they've lost a lot of the armor, and I like the armor, so obviously I don't like this as much. But at least they're kind of picking a lane here. It is, you know, it's kind of more typical with the fan service, right? It's not like looking weird. But the armor's better. The armor's better. This cape sucks. This cape sucks so much. If it was blue, it'd be okay. If this was blue, I would rate this decently well. But because it's red, it sucks. But even if this was blue, it still would not rate as well as stage 2 or 1. The crown is kind of weird. I mean, it's better than something like the super baby crowns that like the regular Artoria has in stage 3. Right? This is a more proper crown, right? It's okay, I guess. It's all right. But the spear is awesome. It's only fair to rate that. The spear is awesome. The little extra drip here, You know, they're going with a way more royal look. This is like way more of a royal look, and I think that's why they did the red, but I don't like... This would look better purple. If this was purple, it'd be okay. If this was green, if it was dark green, I think it'd be kind of okay. If it was lime green, that would not be okay. Yellow would be okay, but red, no. Red, no. Blue would be fine. Silver would be fine. The horse is pretty good, though. The spear is really good. You know, it's eh. But because of the cape, it's dead. It's dead in the water. We will rate, though, I think the second stage. It's kind of just classical lady holy knight, right? That's kind of what we got going on here. The horse is cool. The spear is unbelievably dumb. That's definitely going to hurt it. I will go... I think she does beat regular Artoria a little bit. I'd say about right there. Very, very close. But then the ninja mask is pretty cool. I think it's about the same, though. Now, if it was the stage 3, we're talking like... Probably like down here. Maybe even like here. Yeah, probably like there. Now we're gonna rate Lion King, right? Do they put Lion King in here? Do they show that? They do. Oh my god, why is this not his skin? What is wrong with them? This is just so much better than all of them, right? Because there's just something wrong with everything in the other ones, right? Like stage 1, it's got the cool like cape main thing, but then the helmet's a little weird with the freaky eyes and all that, and it's got the really dumb spear. This doesn't have the dumb spear. This is the holy energy spear. It looks even better in gameplay because the particle effects are being generated properly, right? The cape's not fucking red anymore, and I wouldn't have thought to make it silver, but this looks great. It's like silver and it kind of fades into a little bit of blue. That looks great. Looks super good with the armor, right? Like, it's so good. And she's still got like the royal, like kingly look of stage 3, but then she maintains the armor. So she's like a you know, warrior thing going way better. So much better, right? And it goes with the crown, with the armor, like really good. And like the white fur here, like Gwen's got, kind of looks really good. Works with the cape. And if you're gonna have a cape, being on a horse makes it a lot better. This is so top tier. And then her eyes are glowing green. You don't really see that because like particle effects aren't being generated, but her eyes are like glowing green, so that's a huge plus. Yeah, she's got pants. Now, some people like the fan service, and like I said, it kind of worked better in the other ones, but the pants are fine. I think that works. Yeah, this is really good. The horse dripped out, right? This looks really, really good. And like, this is just perfect, right? There's nothing wrong with this one. There's nothing holding it back, right? If she had a helmet, it'd be even better, but it still looks cool without a helmet, right? It doesn't look bad because of the lack of a helmet, right? There's room for improvement, but I have no negatives to say about this. I have literally no negatives to say about this. Great spear, awesome horse, great drip, cool armor. The silver cape looks phenomenal, right? This is the best one by so much. They even made a goddamn, you know, NP sprite for it. Funnily enough, they don't show it here. It does exist in... Oh, no, here it is. There it is. Yeah, look, they fucking made this. Yeah, see, that's what the spear like looks like more like in game. But it just looks great, right? And you're never gonna have it, chat. You know what's weird, though? I think they got rid of her pant. I just noticed that. Like, she doesn't have the pants, even though she does in the other sprite. It's probably just a mistake. Continuity error there. But, so that one gets a fucking S, honestly. Like, that version of Artoria, Lancer Artoria gets an S. Probably, like, right there. Chat, where do we rate? Do we rate that one, or do we keep her, like, with her regular unit version? I think we could probably keep the regular unit version. What do you think, chat? I need to, like, find a way to add a picture to this, so we can just put in Lion King there. Right? Yeah, I think we do regular. I'll see about that if I can add a picture to it or something like that. But, yeah, the Lion King version is S tier. Very, very, very good. And if she had, like, some awesome... Seriously, if she had some, like, awesome helmet, she might even be top of S, maybe even push into S+, right? It'd be so good. But, you're not quite there. Okay, Tam Lancer. Now we're dropping off a cliff. We went from, like, badass armor king and all that, and now we're going to fucking summer wear. Okay, chat, this is terrible. All right, I'm not even getting into the Tam thing. This just, it's not good. It's just summertime, and then I mean, I guess the hat's good. Okay, I'll at least give it the hat, but like the just t-shirt summer look, nope. And then I don't like parasols. I got the Clopper shoes. It's not good. I do like the hat though. I'll at least give her that. Okay, stage 2. What does stage 2 do? Stage 2, now we're going wet t-shirt, okay, and then still cloppers. We just put this back here, and then we still parasol. Now the hat is so much worse. Oh my god, you ruined it. What have you done? You, like, shredded the hat. Am I just seeing things? I think they just added those. Yep. Holy shit, they ruined the hat. Okay, so we're not rating stage 2 then. That's just, no. You killed the one good thing. Okay, the wiki, can you actually work, please? Stage 3, now we're just going, you know, typical summer wear now. Still parasol. How do I feel about this hat? It's okay. The first hat is better. You know, this is just kind of generic bikini with cloppers, right? But we're still wearing this thing, which I don't know about that. Meh. Right, and obviously fox squirrel aesthetic with, you know, the hat and whatnot. So stage 1 is best. It's, you know, I don't hate it. I don't love it at all. It's kind of just existing. It's completely getting carried by the hat. The shoes kind of suck. Not as good as Frankenstein, I would say. The swimwear is worse, but the hat is better. The cloppers are worse. I think that cancels out the hat for the most part. We'll say... I think even Mev was... I think we rated like stage 2 or stage 1. I can't even remember, but Maeve was probably better. Probably like right there. It's not great. It's not great. Not the worst. I'm sure they'll be lower, but God, the burnt dress thing on Nero Bride, that was something. Okay, Kiyohime. Gonna have to work really hard to remove my bias from this one. Not a Kiyohime fan at all. Okay, also she's got old sprite syndrome. Okay, gotta remove context, chat. Okay, definitely not this one. This one is so bad because it's just like school uniform swimsuit, but then randomly all this like fancy stuff, right? That doesn't work. That does not work. Again, pick a lane. The spear's kind of cool though, like the blue flamey spear, and I hate to say it, I hate to compliment Kiyohime in any way, but the spear's good. Like the glaive is good. It looks pretty good. They got the magical flamey blue stuff. Totally fine. It's actually quite a cool spear. Okay, I really don't. This looks like she's like the like the wife of like some rich mob boss, and she's hitting the beach, right? Don't like it. Like that swimsuit, but then like the robe thing. Nah, nope. And this is just terrible. Again, just like school wear nonsense and the fancy stuff. No. This one's all right, right? We're actually wearing some clothes here. We got sandals, but it kind of works with the, it's almost like a monk look. The spear is good. The colors are good. It's rare that yellow gets used well. But honestly, white, black, yellow, teal, it's not bad. I hate to say anything nice about Kiyohime, but I mean, this doesn't look terrible. It's maybe over-designed for a swimsuit, I guess. But I don't really like swimsuits, so that's kind of a good thing. Yeah, she got the whole bobblehead, but the colors are fine. The spear is really cool. I think that's enough to at least be in, like, the neutral. I'd have to say it's better than Brunhilde. Like, the colors and all that just work really well, and it doesn't have, like, the weird awkwardness of the sailor uniform that this has. So, yeah, I'd say it's a bit ahead of Brunhilde there. So it's, you know, it's fine. As much as I dislike Kiyohime, it really is not that bad a drip. It's not too bad. It's not like my cup of tea, right? It's not like my style, you know, sandals and, you know, kind of monk weeb look, right? That's not really what mixed with a, you know, swimsuit. That's not really what I'm looking for here, but it's okay. All right, now we're getting somewhere. All right, this is what I like to see. Now, a helmet would be awesome, right? This is such cool armor that like a kind of badass juggernaut helmet like Mordred has would be so good here. But he's still, you know, he's still got a good look about him, right? I love the goatee, crazy hair, right? He's like wild Viking ruler almost, right? Now, obviously, he's not a Viking, but that's the vibe you get, right? He's kind of like a Viking king going on here. But then we got like straight medieval armor, but with an evil twist, right? Like evil demonic twist a little bit. The only negative I got here is the gloves are a little much. The gauntlets are a bit much, right? It's fine to have like razor gauntlets like I'm a cut ya, right? That kind of can reinforce the kind of demonic look. But it's a bit much. Like dial it back like 20% or something like that. And I think I would like it a lot more. God, the wiki just is so shit. Now, the second stage is good too. Like you can pull off the like drip armor, right? Like kind of robe weaved into the armor thing. Right, some decorations. I mean, you kind of get that Viking King vibe, right? So having some decoration is okay. I don't dislike it, but I like it better without because I just like seeing the armor, right? You're just covering up the good stuff. Now, sure, I like the red gray, right? It kind of because you got the blood on the gauntlet, you're kind of getting this like evil king vibe, right? So the red scarf is a really good pick, right? That really goes with the bloody look. But overall, I think it's better without. Just seeing the clean armor, right? But then it being like all bloodied up like that. I really like that, right? Like no scarf. You just get the armor as it is. I really like it. Kind of got the jewel thing here. I like that. I mean, I love it. I love it. You got sometimes the spike boots are like, I don't like when the spike is on the front. That's just dumb as shit. But I think it's okay in the back. You know, it's kind of like an exaggerated spur. And with how exaggerated the claws are, I think it's okay, right? The spike on the side here may be a little much. Like maybe reduce that by like 20%. Reduce this by like 20%, reduce these claws by like 20%, and then I would like this even more, but it's fine, right? It's totally fine. I like the red, like, jewels here. I think that really works. Kind of gives a hint of, like, royalty almost. The belt's fine, right? This is great. I love it. And I think his hair works so good with this. The kind of wild, you know, spiky hair, but he's kind of an older guy. I think it really works, man. He's like a badass, almost grandpa, but not quite yet. But he's getting there, but he's still ready to fucking murder somebody, right? I think it really, really works. But yeah, if he had those front spikes, I would not like it as much. But he doesn't have that. And then stage 3, still, kind of what I said about 2, it works. I mean, you can do the, like, fancy king thing. Now, we're getting almost, like, Sonic OC character levels of spikes, right? I think we're going to look and see, like, look, there it is. There it is. I was just saying that I wouldn't like it as much if they did that front spike, and now this is too many spikes, okay? I like spikes, chat. I like the demonic look. This is too much. Now, I will say, I like this embroidery on the cape. I actually really like that. And I like the cape being tattered, right? I like that. This ornament thing is a bit much. It looks like a donut almost. I don't know about that. Yeah, these like spikes don't even look sharp in comparison to the other ones. I don't really like that. Ultimately, this is too much. I don't hate it. If I saw just this and had to rate just this, I would still rate it really highly. But it's not as good. It's a little too extra, if you will, a little Vlad extra. Stage 1's the best. I think sometimes less is more, And I think this is a good example of that. It's just, it's sleek, it's clean, but still barbaric and kind of evil and, you know, vicious. It's a very vicious armor, like Viking King kind of look, right? Now, obviously, it's Vlad, but, yeah, I love it. And I think the blood splatter is just enough. It's not too much to where it looks sloppy and over the top, but it's just enough to give you that vibe that this guy's brutal, right? Yeah, I fucking love it. I fucking love it. This is S tier. This is S tier. I'm gonna put it like right there. And it maybe is ahead of Protocol. We'll have to think about that. But it's kind of right there with Arthur. It's like right there with Arthur. That's hard. Like the one thing kind of holding him back is the claw gloves are a little silly, and he doesn't like hold his weapon. Where I like Arthur being the classical knight, and he's got his sword in hand and all that. I like that. So I think I'll give the nod to Arthur still. It's very close, though. I mean, all of these are super, 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 super close. Don't worry, Lancelot fans. You got more coming. He's not finished yet. But yeah, S tier. Chat. I didn't even know. Like, I didn't really know how my list was gonna look. I knew I liked armor, but they're really. Chat. Do you see a theme yet? Chat. I see a theme. What's going to be exciting, chat, is who's going to be the first person to get to S tier that doesn't have armor. Or will anybody? Right? By the way, there's another theme that's going to pop up. I'm not going to spoil it, but I know there's another theme that's going to be like really high in the tiers here in like the A plus S tier. And it's another theme that you're going to notice, but we're not there yet, but it's coming. It's coming. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh no, nope, I'm not, nope, just right into F. Alrighty. Let me just skip on over that. Because at least with Liz, she's just like, you know, she had the stage 2 and it wasn't nearly as, not nearly as revealing. But yeah, the kids, the sexualized kids, absolutely not. Get that out of my game. It's creepy, stop. None of that. Alright, now, chat, I'm gonna have to work very hard to remove my bias. I love Enkidu to death. Super, super loving Enkidu, but I gotta act like I'm just seeing this out of context. Now, it's incredibly basic. He looks like a homeless guy wearing a bed sheet, right? He's got like the sheet from and just put it on. Not great. And then he's not wearing shoes. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna get dirt in your fucking shoe or on your feet. You're gonna step on a rock. You're gonna cut yourself. You're gonna get stung by a bee. Like, no, stop that. But yeah, he's literally wearing a bed sheet, and then like, it's like something from like a curtain or something. It's not good. But chat, this is a really good shade of green. Okay. And you kind of get a hobo vibe. You kind of get of the earth vibe, maybe a traveler vibe, you know, maybe a prophet, maybe a traveling prophet vibe, right? And so the long hair really works with that. And this is a really good shade of green. Okay? So that carries a lot. And then he's got green eyes, chat, right? And I like the cut of his jib, chat. So we got a guy that just looks amazing, but he's unfortunately down on his luck, right? Just wearing, you know, a bed sheet, all right? Which, you know, admittedly, he could use some help there. But, you know, sometimes your kind of your wise prophet looks, you know, they're not worrying about the clothes. They're not worldly in that way. They're worldly in their connection to the earth, maybe. You know, they're getting a little context there. But so, yeah, the green carries a lot, chat. Now, hold on, though. So, I use Enkidu in stage 2 because generally I'll use their canonical look, like if I like them, unless one of their other stages just looks so good. However, I like his stage 3 more, even though it's not his canonical look, because now, like, this kind of cool pattern kind of gives you, again, like that like, kind of prophet look again, right? And it's part of the aesthetic. I think you cannot argue this, chat. The in-game play, these feathers are moving and like magical and flying and glowing. That's part of the aesthetic. You can't see it here, but that is absolutely part of the aesthetic. It's very magical, and I like it because when you see that, when you see the feathers like glowy, it reinforces what Enkidu actually is. So without context, you kind of get the idea, and that explains the really plain robe, right? Does anyone agree with me on this, right? Like just seeing the glowy, crazy stuff right? The magical stuff, it kind of explains the really, really simple garb, which makes the aesthetic work a lot better, right? Now, he's still got no shoes, and that's just dumb, all right? Like, put some fucking shoes on. Fancy bed sheet. And still, this is still obviously getting carried by the green hair. Now, the yellow eyes look really cool with the yellow here and, like, the crazy glowy particle effects that come with this skin. But they're not green, so I don't know if that's a positive. I don't know if it's explained by the no shoes, because the no shoes can just be he's a hobo. Like, I'm sorry, but if you show this out of context to stage 2, I don't think you're gonna necessarily think, like, you know, living in the woods, magical forest man. You're gonna think it's an anime character that has green hair that's a hobo. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what you're gonna think. You're not really gonna think anime Jesus, right? I think stage 3 really helps with getting anime Jesus vibes, because it adds the magical effects, and the gold glow is cool and whatnot. I think that explains it a lot better. I'm right, you're wrong, but you lose the green eyes though. Okay, in stage 2 you just lose this thing, and then it's just short hair, which is fine, but I think Enkidu really pulls the long hair look off. TikTok hobo. Oh yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot. Unlike Karna, I don't think it really helps. I don't think this isn't necessary. You know, he could pull the glasses look off, but you kind of need the context for that to work. I think on its own, it's actually really weird, because now you're like, why does he have such nice, clean glasses, but then he looks like a hobo, right? Doesn't really work. Give me 1 second, chat. I gotta get a breathing thing. One moment. I like being able to breathe, actually, chat. It's a good plus. Okay, chat. Get to the race. So, Izo. Chat. Izo in stage 1 has like the hobo look too. But he's got like the cool scarf, right? Like kind of you can kind of see he's like going with like still the assassin aesthetic. And he's got like earth colors going on. Enkidu is just a plain fucking white sheet. All right? It's shit drip. I mean, it's just shit drip. But this is my tier list, and the hair is a huge part of the aesthetic. And it's like, it's great. He's got awesome green hair, right? So if I saw this character, I would like it anyway, even though his drip is garbage. So I think he's still, the green is a huge carry, and it's enough to get him past neutral into positive. I would say fairly high into positive. I would go like maybe about there, right? I think that's about fair. Like, yes, it's biased, but it's my tier list, so that's how it works. You have huge hair carry. An eye, though he's got a good, I like the cut of his jib, right? You see, you know, he's got a good look about him, all right? Or the clay, all right? What are you gonna do? All right. Oh, God. Well, I already know which stage we're gonna rate on this one. We're gonna go stage 1, obviously. Don't even need to look at the other ones. Okay, so, chat, being a kid is part of the aesthetic. If an adult wore this, I might rate them kind of high, right? Purple, black is good, all right? It's a kid. It's dumb. Kids trying to be badass doesn't work, all right? Really stupid. If I saw this out of context, I just see try-hard kid trying to look all serious and badass. It's stupid, all right? Scythe is kind of cool. The chain is cool. The colors are good. The hood is pretty good. I don't know about the ears. I don't even get it because it's why Medusa is a snake. Why does she have these weird animal ears on her hood? I never even thought about that. What the hell? What is Medusa doing here? Anyway, You know, it is good drip for the most part, I would say, but it's a kid. Kids are not cool, and that, again, that is absolutely part of the aesthetic. If you grew the fuck up, right, it would be all right. All right, but I don't like the animal ear thing. I don't like the kid thing. This, you know, for the aesthetic, that's a huge negative, but at least they're not like overly sexualized. The colors are good, right? The colors are solid. We'll go not maybe quite neutral. They're a bit negative here. Maybe around, I mean, being a kid is a big negative, chat. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go like, maybe even under Maeve. Like if I have context, Maeve is lower, but without context, I think we go about there. This is blasphemy. Look, man, kids ain't cool, dude. Gotta remove context. Like if this was a character tier list, it would look very different. All right. I think chat is really bad at removing their own bias too. But anyway, we're rating stage 3, chat. Okay. We're rating stage 3. We're not talking about this. We're rating stage 3. Now, these shoes are very cartoonish. All right. Now I know in context that makes sense. Out of context, kind of dumb, right? Because we're kind of going like, again, Yakuza boss, right? Which is fine, right? That's okay. It's not like the best, but it's fine. But then it's like Yakuza boss, it's actually from Looney Tunes, okay? I don't know about that. All right, the glaive is fine. I do like the dark colors, right? I like it more than Lee's, to be honest. I think the black is cool, right? Like the orange hair, black coat. That's pretty cool, right? Like out of context, I'm like, all right, it's all right. But then you look down and you see like the 70s pants and the shoes, and it's a big oof, right? If she had better pants and shoes, I would probably rate this pretty well, right? Like pretty well, like, you know, cool hair, right, with the coat and all that. But this is a big no. Like these pants, yeah, Kingdom Hearts shoes and like the 70s disco pants. It's not great. Not great. I've never liked flared pants like this, ever. Doesn't matter if it's on a woman or a guy. Doesn't matter. It looks dumb. Stop doing it. Stupid. The weapon is cool. I don't mind the weapon. The coat is cool. All right. Booba, though, that's not really a positive or a negative in my book. It kind of, you know... She kind of pulls it off with, like, the girl boss look, I guess. So it's all right, but... The pants really suck, man. The pants really suck. But everything else is fine, right? The pants, well, I mean, not the shoes, but... you know, there's not a lot there. You know, it's pretty simple. It's kind of just gangster lady. But my God, those shoes and pants hurt it. I will say... Right there. I think that's about right. So, you know, ultimately, little positive. Neutral with a little positive, right? It'd be a good bit higher if she had better kicks and such, but what are you gonna do? All right, I don't think this is gonna do well. Yeah, it does kind of go with Lee, which is kind of just a coincidence, but oh my God, dude. I hate all of these. Honestly, probably like that one the most. The hat is a bit much. It just looks like she's got a lamp on her head. And the body proportions are very much part of the aesthetic, and I hate it. I hate this artist's art style for the ladies. It looks warped. It's not a fan service thing. It just looks wrong, right? Like a human don't look like that. Like, the boobs look so weird, and the body proportions look so weird. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Like, seriously, these body proportions are just fucking bizarre. And the hat just looks like a lamp. I don't like the insanely bushy hair. And it's just a fucking swimsuit again. It's literally, you know, swimsuit with terrible body proportions and dorky hat. This is better because it hides the body proportions somewhat, but it's still bad. This one is terrible. This is probably the worst one. This ribbon thing looks dumb as shit. And then the body proportions are just like front and center, and that's not a good thing. Yeah, at stage 2 is the best. You know, it's kind of like, you know, school Yakuza lady, but with really weird body proportions and dumb hair. And yeah, she's got a Rubik's Cube for a braid. I don't like that at all. Meh. Big meh. I mean, the colors are all right. You know, we got black, purple. Katana, though, is a negative. Got a green thing there. I guess it's kind of okay. I don't really like the shoes that much. It's kind of weird looking. It's not great. All I can really say is the green thing is okay, I guess. But overall, pretty blah. Not really a fan. Absolutely not my kind of design. And it's a katana, right? I'm not big on the katanas. There's like no saving grace here. It's just a lot of things on top of each other that I don't like. Pretty damn low. I'd say right there. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Very deep in the negative on that one. Honestly, yeah, no, we're going D-. Yeah, I think even rainbow bullshit is a little bit better. Like, because at least her body proportions aren't as fucking ridiculous as this. And like, there's really nothing I like about this design. Like, there's just nothing. Not that there's much that I like about this design either, but it's not as bad. So yeah, I think that's correct. Lonely in Shambles. Yeah, no, she's got her fans. Like the designs like these, some people like really like them, but I hate them. And I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna act like I like it. Just appease people, man. I do not like that style, man. Big blah. Okay, who is next? Parvati. Very vanilla, right? Very vanilla, like Indian kind of mythology thing going on here. This is literally just a schoolgirl with a tuning fork. That's what this is. This is a schoolgirl with a tuning fork. That's not cool. If I saw this out of context, I would just be like, what the fuck? Like, the fork thing, just no, right? Like, what? Get a magnet. I don't really like either of these. I don't really like how, like, this one, you've got, like, the exposed legs, but then it's still going for, like, a very conservative look. That doesn't really work, right? And then she's just got, like, slippers, right? They're not really committing, right? It just looks kind of awkward because of that. And then stage 1 is committing more, right? To just being, like, a more conservative look, right? And I kind of like the dress design, kind of, but it's just a dress, and I don't really like dresses, and I don't like this hair thing. But, I mean, it's okay. The fork is dorky. Again, out of context, this is just dorky. I don't like the top half at all. It's over-designed. It's too much. It's too fancy. It's too much embroidery, right? I don't like it. And I don't like blue and yellow together a lot of the time. It works on the bottom half because the yellow is light enough. But the yellow is, like, so congested on the top. I don't like it. The jewelry's cool. I don't mind the jewelry. I don't like the wavy thing here. I'm not really a fan of that. And, yeah, I don't like this, like, hair cape thing. I hate those. I've mentioned that every time we've seen one. I don't like it. Stage 2, you lose the hair drape. That helps. But then you just have a cape. And, yeah, I don't really like this either. I don't, I think stage 1 is the best. Wait, what's stage 3 again? What changed? Wait, what? Oh, that's stage 1. Oh, excuse me. So now it's mid-riff, right? So if you like mid-riff, this would be the one. It's basically the same thing, though, except I guess it's less fancy. But you got this like kind of weird dress flare thing. This is still kind of cool. I mean, got some green. I can appreciate that. We still have the dumb hair thing. I don't know. Stage 2 and 3 are about the same. I like that the top isn't so fancy like with stage 2, but I don't like the dress. Well, I don't like the dress either way. I think I like stage 2 the most. It's kind of whatever. Yeah, she looks like a fucking mermaid, but I don't really like it. That's the thing. I don't really like any of them. I don't have a lot of like hate for it, but I have like no love for it, right? It's just not my kind of vibe. I'm not really big on just dresses like that. I don't like how the top is so fancy. Definitely goes into negative a bit. Like right there. It's better than Yukata, I guess. I don't know. Shiki's got better hair. How valuable is the hair in comparison to like Yukata versus dress? I think I'll give it to Shiki. Honestly, I think I even give it to Muramasa. Yeah, that's about right. Maybe even that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe more like that. No. Yeah, no, it's still there. Shiki being carried by the hair, absolutely. Oh boy, here we go. The bald one himself. This one's actually hard to rate because you don't even get the bald stuff without being in the later stage, but stage 1 is the best, man. I love the mask. I love the brown. The brown looks so good with like the dark blue, dude. I love those kind of colors. This is fine, right? I don't mind this. And this is a little too flamboyant for me. It looks kind of wacky. This is pretty good, but you don't actually get it. It's not actually in the game, chat. But he pulls off the shirtless look pretty well. But stage 1, I think, is the way to go. Now, I'm just going to say it, chat. Some people say socks with sandals is bad. I think it's better. This just looks stupid. The sandals are dumb no matter what, though. You're just not going to get around that. The spear is really good. Really, really like the spear. The brown's great. The kind of like monk look is great. Like ninja monk. I love it. Love the mask. The mask is carrying the hell out of it, but like, I mean, the brown, it's not like the rest is bad. I mean, the spear is good. The brown's good. Yeah, the purple is cool in stage 2. I do agree. I don't have like a problem with stage 2, right? I would rate it well as well. You know, I like the bald look. It's fine, right? Again, you still have the cool spear. The purple is fine. I think this is actually some of the better use of purple, right? I do think the socks are a slight improvement, but the sandals are kind of dorky no matter what. You know, it's good though. I like this. Like, I really do like stage 2, but stage 1's where it's at for me. I love the mask look. I love the brown. It looks a bit more, I guess, mysterious, I guess. I really like that. Yeah, stage 3 is too much. Stage 3 is, this is way too much going on. Like, especially this thing, like, what the hell, man? And you go, and like, with the necklace, just way too much, way too much. I don't like the ties on these. I never liked that kind of look. Just too much. And the hat is just silly, and you can't even tell he's bald anymore. It's no good. Yeah, I'd say 1, 2, 3 is how I rate that. Stage 4 is really good. They can pull off the shirtless look really well with and like the beads with the shirtless is actually pretty cool, I would say. It's still too fancy and whatnot, but stage 1 would win anyway. Stage 1 is absolutely where it's at. It's pretty good. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say A, man. Right up there with Fionn and stuff. Like, it's really good. I really, really like it. All right, what we got here? Nukehead. Where are we at? Not that far down. All right. Okay, this is where the lady spam really kicked in. They really fuck up her feet here. They're supposed to be like flaming. I think they're flaming in all of them, and it's actually really important because I think her like boots look really stupid without the flame because they're just like a cone, right? The flame makes it look fine, right? And you kind of, it reinforces that she's like flying and she's almost like hovering on the fire, right? So it's fine. So we'll definitely rate it with the flame. But if you got rid of the flame, that looks pretty dorky. It's almost like some weird like robot drone thing going on, right? Okay, which one of these is best? I'm pretty sure they're all pretty similar. Yeah, the only difference here is she gets extra bling. And I don't really like it. It's too loopy. I don't like the big like loopy kind of bling like that. So I think I prefer that. And then stage 3 is a little too fancy. I kind of like the hair getting all like fiery like that, but it's got like some ribbons in there. You get the extra drip and all that, and the extra colors in here. It's kind of too much. So I think stage 1 is the best. I again keep it simple sometimes, more concise. The lack of drip I think is better. I mean some bling is okay, but I like see this wrist thing here, that's fine. But like the big loopy thing, I don't really like it. Now again, without the flame, this looks kind of but the flame really helps it. And her you know, things on fire. There's like she shoots out like fire lasers and everything. Works pretty good, right? So her actual aesthetic, beyond just what you see in the picture, I think is pretty good. Like floaty, flamey, kind of look, right? It's all right. Nothing crazy though, right? It's kind of just like a simple, traditional kind of little dress thing going on with some really wacky boots that are on fire, right? That's pretty much it. The colors are good, though. The colors are good. Again, I like the flame aesthetic. Fire is cool. You know, who doesn't like some flame? Yeah, it's got the cool tattoo. You know, it's all right. It works. Goes with the kind of mystical thing we got going on. Let's see. But there's nothing that like that I really like super hype, right? I mean, I like the fire a lot, but there's no like cool armor or whatever. But still definitely positive. The pattern's okay because it's kind of flamey, right? And again, it's like I was saying, it needs the in-game particle effects, right? That makes a huge difference because you get like the kind of almost like flame embroidery on the leg thing that goes into the fire, so it's fine. You know, it looks weird without the flame thing, but the flame thing is really cool. Honestly, I like it. That lance is a little dorky though, because it almost looks like a toy fire stick, right? It's like a toy, like a plastic toy trying to look like it's on fire, right? That is a bit of a negative, honestly. But, let's see. Where does she go? I mean, the fire is enough, and like I like the simple look, right? I like that kind of stuff. We'll say like top of B, I think. You know, I might give her this slight nod over Artoria just because of the fire. I don't know. That's hard. Like, yeah, I think I do give her just barely the nod over Artoria because like Artoria's got one of the more like she got the poofy sleeves, and I don't like I like the armor, but her dress is quite extreme. So I think the more simple look of New Kid is a little better. It's close though. It's really all of these three here are very close. But that's about right. I think that's about right. Be interesting to see how that design would go if they went with more of an ice look instead of fire. Okay, Areshagal has quite a few options here. Let's see. So we've got 1, 2. Ooh, the 2 is good. I like that color a lot better, actually. That's really nice. Don't like this one at all. This is just like... I just don't like that dress at all. I really don't. And this is over-designed. The colors are still fine, but I don't really like that. Never really paid attention to this one. I haven't really seen this. I mean, the eye thing's cool. This is very different, though. I'm really leaning towards this. This black red looks really cool. Yeah, I think I'd go with that over this one. The wheel thing is also kind of strange. I do like this though. I like how it's like very black and gold. It's like it's almost all black and it's a little gold, and that really makes this thing highlight a lot. And that's pretty cool. Like I don't mind that. Okay, nope. I don't. What the fuck? This, absolutely not. I don't know what the hell they thought with that. It's like some Mario shit, dude. Big no. That is such a negative, dude. That is so weird because it's not. It'd be one thing if she was like Vlad, right? If she was like Vlad Extra, where she's got like some armor on, right? And so you got like armored stockings or something. But no, it's just everything's really simple. It's like a normal dress, a normal like coat, right? And then normal stockings. But then for some reason they're like foam spikes. Like absolutely not. That was such a negative. Okay, nope, that's it for the altar. You're out of here. Okay, it's stage 2. Yeah, no, it's stage 2. Stage 1 is fine, but I'm just gonna stage 2 is just better colors. Like it's pretty much the same thing, but just better colors. These are really good colors. I really like how the cape is black on the outside and red on the inside. That looks really good. Yeah, it's great colors. The head thing, I don't know about the ribbons and stuff. The cape's great. The spear's really good here. It's kind of like lightning stuff. You know, that's good. You know, it's a very simple though, like almost like cocktail dress with a cape, right? And then you got like a big boot thing. Asymmetrical, it's fine. The gold, black, red is fine. The skulls are cool, that's fine. Here's the one thing. You gotta go with the overall aesthetic. There's no context, right? If you don't know it's a Reshigal, this looks like a schoolgirl that wanted to look edgy, right? And she has nothing to back it up, right? Like the skulls and stuff, right? Little, nah, right? That out of context doesn't work so good. But the colors are really good. And you know, like golden skull belt thing is still cool. She doesn't have like the look to back it up, right? She's got like this really like girly girl, young teenager look, and then she's wearing all this like more like dark gothic stuff, right? It's a little out of place there. But still, it is decent drip. The gold, black, red is good. The skulls are good. The spear is good. I do like the spear. I'll rate it pretty high. And I like the asymmetrical boot. That doesn't always work, but I think it works there. I don't think it would work if there was like a lot more to the outfit, but because there's not like... It's like one of the only extra things about it, right? Is the one asymmetrical boot, then it works. If they had like a lot of extra like chaotic crap going on there, then I don't think it would work. Okay, where is she? We will go... kind of right around here. I think I'll give her the slide. And the glasses are really cool for Medusa and the hat, but the colors are just so good on a Reshigal. I think I'll give a Reshigal the slight nod. I don't know, it's really close. I could put it either way. But I do think they both lose to Gilles de Reyes. So they're about the same. Because the glasses and hat and all that are cool, but the red and black is awesome, so. All right. Okay, chat. So there's more. They're more different than the assassin Valkyries because they are like she's got the hoodie and like there are some minor differences beyond the hair. So we're rating more than just the hair. So we're just gonna have to go one at a time. Although there's gonna be some crossover, right? Like some of this is gonna be universal. So like after I do the first one, the other ones might be a bit shorter, but. Okay, hold on. This is always such a war out there. All right, so we'll start with number one. You know, it's good. It's it's very classical. It's, if you heard this was Valkyrie, you'd be like, yeah, I believe it, right? It's a little fantasy. Like the boots are a little modern, right? The like tie, I guess, is a little modern. So they love to do that in Fate. They like injecting a little bit of modern. And, I'm normally not really crazy about it, but they don't do a lot here, so it's okay. I kind of like the wings. They're pretty unique, the way they did them. They're like static wings. They don't like flap or anything. They kind of like magically make you hover. I think the hoodie works. I think the hoodie's good. The black hair is the best. Just gonna get that out of the way. The black hair is the best. The hoodie is cool. Chocolate beats strawberry and vanilla. I'm just saying. Shield's good. Love the spear. Love the spear. Like pure energy spear, but simple. It's not like crazy over designed or anything. It's just nice. Like lightning bolt almost. I really like it. Trash Mob Valk, best Valk. I honestly do like the Trash Mob Valkyrie, actually. The Trash Mob Valkyrie is good. But yeah, it's very classical look. I like the hood. And see, the boots match the hair, chat. See, it's like you got some fashion here. You get the black hair, you get like the black tie thing, and then you get the black boots, right? And like the black or dark brown around the shield, but close enough, right? So you got like these dark colors tying it together. See, it works, right? So the black hair is the best one. But yeah, I really like the more classical look. It's just good. Yeah, it's just nice, clean Valkyrie. It's what you kind of expect out of an anime Valkyrie. You got the little skirt thing works. That's probably the first lady to pull the skirt look off decently well. Boy, chat is in a war. Look at this chat. Absolutely insane. Black one is the best one though, chat. Again, because the boots match the hair, right? It's way better. What's wrong with you? But and also she's kind of got like the more serious look, right? Where the second one's very chirpy, right? Strawberry is very chirpy, and that's not really my cup of tea, right? It's not the end of the world. It doesn't doom you to like an F rating. It's being chirpy doesn't, it doesn't automatically make you bad. But so we've lost the hood. And now the spear is more fancy, and I absolutely don't like that as much. Frank Fawn, thank you for the 1 year, dude. I really appreciate that. That's a big one. Thank you, dude. But yeah, I don't like the spear as much. This just looks like it's frizzled, right? It's like the lightning's gotten out of sync or something. But you know, it's got all the good points the other one had. You have this nice clean design, but see, now we're getting more girly, right? You get like this really girly bow, right? And that's kind of how they're characterizing her, right? Like the other Valkyrie just has like straight and normal. She's over here trying to make it like all like this big fancy girly bow, right? And some people like that. I don't really, right? Whatever. And again, it's not awful. It doesn't like doom her to hell or anything, but it's just not as good as the other one, right? And the hood is just better. She's got like some Sonic hair, right? This is like absolute like Sonic, like Amy the Hedgehog or whatever going on here. It's okay. I don't hate the color pink. The color pink's fine. And I will say, if you're gonna have like pink and black, like we got, you know, pink and black here, it's all right. It works. If there was like, I will say this, if there was like a lot of pink in the clothes, I wouldn't like it. Like, it's okay with just the hair. It's like a highlight like that. Like, you could have like maybe a pink energy spear or like a pink energy wings, and that'd be okay. But like if you had pink on the clothes, nope. Keep it white and black. It's way better. Keep it simple, stupid. It's fine. But it's still good. I still like this design, but it's absolutely inferior to the black one. Black one's much better. And now we have 3, which I actually kind of forget. So she changes fashion-wise actually a lot more. She's like way different. She's got like a whole corset thing going on here. She's got like none of this stuff here. This spear's better than the second one, but not as good as the first one, right? It's kind of like a rune spear made out of energy, which is cool. I do like it, but I actually like the just plain spear the most. Now, I do like, though, this actually works really well, that she's got the yellow spear like all of them, right? It looks a bit more energy-like, though, in game, right? The picture doesn't really show it. But I like the yellow with the yellow belt thing, with like wings, which reinforces the Valkyrie thing, with the yellow stuff, and then the yellow hair. It actually works. It's not too much yellow, right? Like all this, but it's good. Like, it's very color coordinated. And it goes with the shield, right? And all that kind of stuff. This is fine. It's a little bit more modern, right, than the other two, with like the corset look. That's a little bit more modern, but it's still fine. I actually like the yellow a lot, but I still think the black one wins on pure aesthetic. It's close. I actually think this is very, very, very close. Like all the yellow spam actually looks good. I think it really does work. But I do think the black still does win. And I like the hoodie. I like the hoodie. The hoodie is the best out of the 3. Right, so this one has hoodie. This one's got girly ribbon. And I don't even know what you say. It's just fucking corset for some reason. I don't even know what that has to do with her character. But, yep, goes 1, 3, 2. Now, where do they go, though? So, this one's the best. And it's quite good. I'm gonna go right there. I mean, all these 3 are all really close. Let me think about this. Hold on a second. Yeah, I think right there is right. I think that does make the difference between these 2. But all 3 of these are crazy close. Like these, like Siegfried is a noticeable ahead of these 3. Like there's a bit of a notch. He's not blowing them out of the water. Like, you know, they're right next to them on the tier list. But it's a noticeable victory for Siegfried between those 3. But these 3 are all very close. And depending on my mood, they would probably move around a bit. Okay, now we go with the strawberry one, which is not as... It's still good, but the chirpy and the ribbon and the spear is not nearly as good. So it's a noticeable drop-off. But she still has the cool wings and the cool drip and just the overall Valkyrie aesthetic. You know, it's still very solid. I will give that... about right there. Like a noticeable victory over these 3, I'd have to say. Actually, maybe even over Gareth. I think it is a bit over Gareth. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. There's a noticeable cutoff though from this point and down. All right, and then Vanilla. She's close. I mean, she does keep up that yellow aesthetic, like the hair matching the spear and everything, and the wings. I think that's really good. We'll go right there. See the Valkyrie twins, chat, with the flowing yellow locks. Okay. Oh Lord. Was she out of order? Wasn't she supposed to be sooner? Guess not. I don't even know. Probably that one. I mean, that's kind of cool hair. A little fluffy, but I don't know, man. Got like more traditional Japanese stuff. I don't like the spear too much. The hair is cool. Got the really weird feet and hands thing. I don't like whatever this is. Little fluffy thing. I've mentioned that several times. Kind of meh. Got the kind of cool like tattoos though, and like the hair, the makeup with the crazy hair and all that. It's all right. Don't really like the ribbons and stuff though. I mean, it's okay. Really don't like these like fluffy things though. You never really cared about the weird monster hands and stuff. They're not like committing to it either. It's just the hands and the feet. It's not enough. Like, you need more monster stuff than that. Yeah, the banana. Just nothing really positive, I have to say. It's not as negative as a lot of the other stuff, but I just don't like the overall aesthetic. I don't like the monster bits. The spear sucks. Kind of on the kid side of things. Yeah, kind of not awful, right? Like C tier is not awful. You know, C plus is pretty neutral, right? And C is getting a little bit on the negative side, but it's not like awful or anything. But because it's not terrible, but certainly not good. I have nothing much nice to say about it. Nothing really grabbing my attention. All right, here we go. I always forget how to say her name. It's really hard to say, and it's not pronounced anything like it's spelled. But Panda Lancer, if you will. Okay, so obviously this is the best because this is such a good picture because of the contrast of like the nighttime moon lighting with the green eyes. It looks fucking amazing. But that's just that picture. The actual like drip and stuff. Probably stage 1. It gets a little too fancy in the other two. I don't like this is just overly decorative. So yeah, stage 1 keeps it simple, keeps it clean. Kind of like the Irish Lancers, we got the whole skin tight thing going on, but the colors are better. I hate to say this, man. Ku's just like the bottom of the barrel. Like fucking bright blue as the primary color on a skin tight look doesn't work. However, these shoes are really dorky. Okay, like the kind of like pointy shoes. She looks like she's a Santa elf with the shoes. Okay, that's what I see every time with these kind of shoes. Don't really like it. You know, you got like the kind of really fancy gauntlets here. It's a little much. It's a little much. You got the little hair buns, which not normally my cup of tea, but the green ribbon saves it. Okay, chat. It doesn't take a lot of green, right? And when it's so simple, right, because this is so plain, right? It's just white. There's not a lot of decoration. It's very simple. It's white and black. It makes the green stand out like crazy, right? Like the green highlight here stands out. The green eyes stand out, and the green ribbon stands out. That's good. That's good. That's how you do it, right? That's how you do it. And that's a huge positive. That makes the whole thing way better. If this was blue or red, this would not rate very highly. But because this is green, it all works. Like this is how you use green, chat. You gotta like white and black look good with green, and then you make it all very simple and sleek, and then you make the green, you know, just a highlight. But it's good. The shoes really suck. Like the shoes really, really suck. And they're abnormally decorative, right? When you look at how like simple and sleek everything else is, these really stand out. Not a fan. Absolutely not a fan. Spear's good though. Hairstyle's good. He actually pulls the hair buns off decently well because of the green. It is a little silly though. You know, the white and black's good. Not a lot to hype though. You know, it really is. It looks so much better if you ignore the shoes. Oh my god. Like this looks so much better. And then you add the shoes in, it's like, eee. Let's see. So this is basically a lot of green carry again. But like look at that cool green eyes, man. That's part of the aesthetic. You can't argue, right? Like the green eyes, the black hair looks good. The spear looks good. We will give that a... It's green. Like Scath's got the superior colors with like the stage 1 with the straight black and the mask. I think the mask really helps with the skin tight look, but green is really awesome. So where does this rate? Because like Scath does the skin tight thing better with the pure black, right, and the mask. But she has the better spear and she's got the green. And she's got the better hair. The buns is a little weird though. I'm gonna give it to Scath just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what? Yeah, no, I think it goes under Lancer or Tori as well, because she's got the green eyes and all that. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I do think she is a noticeable behind these two. But it's still good. It's still plenty positive. You know, we're not up there with like Karna and stuff with the awesome sunglasses and cool flamey shoulder cape thing, but it's still very good. It's still very good. All right. Nope, nope. Don't get back. Put it back. There you go. Oh, great. It's Booty Lancer. Brito, not Brito Mart. I forgot what her name even is, but chat, the booty is not part of the aesthetic. The anime cut-in does not matter, okay? Just the actual design. Thank you. I've really never paid attention to this. Now, I know this stuff glows pretty green in gameplay, which is decent. All right, what do we got here? Basically like a leotard with like formal boots, right? That's kind of weird. And then the wand is pretty stupid. Like you have this really like involved shield and you have this like tiny wand. Not a big fan of that. Now we're going like, you know, French general but magical girl for some reason, right? And we still have the dumb wand. Little fancier though with like the shoulder stuff and like the gold and all that. And then now we're going fan service mode, although it actually fits the character better, but we're talking about, you know, no context here. Less of like a military look. Very heavy on the magical girl thing though, and then still got the dumb wand thing. So I don't know, man. There's something like bad about all of these. I really don't like the second stage though with this like really formal like military look when everything else is so magical girl. I don't like that at all. If it's like, again, pick a lane, right? If you wanted to like go into that, that's fine. Yeah, it's not gonna be stage 2 because of that. Really don't like that. Even though in a vacuum, I actually like this coat the most out of all of them, but I really just don't like the like military shoulder pads like that. With everything else like having nothing to do with that whatsoever, I'm not a fan. Really just not a fan of any of these. The only thing I'll give them is the colors, right? The green, blue is okay with like the gold hair. That's fine. I mean, yeah, the gold bits are cool. The gold armor bits are cool. But, I mean, it's kind of just magical girl stuff with a dumb wand. The shield's good in all the stages. I think the shield is fine. I know why they did that. But, yeah, I mean, it's just really magical girl stuff. It's saved a little bit by the gold and the green. But it's nothing, like, super great. That April Fool's art actually is funny, because they know. They know. We'll go a bit on the negative. I would say, okay, here's the thing. Like the fan servicey magical girl look versus just like the generic bikini stuff, it probably wins a little bit because of the color, right? Like the green and gold. I think that wins a little bit. Honestly, Parvati's pretty mid too. Okay, we'll put it right there. Still pretty low, but I mean, the colors are all right. It could be worse. I mean, all these guys obviously are not doing so hot. All right, the crazy doesn't understand emotions. Where are we at here? All right. Chat, we're probably gonna go with the hood. Like, if you like the unique hair, you probably don't go with the hood, right? She's got like a diamond, you know, strand. Like, it's just kind of weird though. Like, black and white is fine, but like this being like a diamond thing, that is kind of odd. So I'm gonna go with the hood. I like the hood. That actually helps a lot, in my opinion. Kind of gives it like that warrior monk look. I mean, the only things I don't really like is I think the yellow is a little out of place. It's either go yellow or go red. And actually, I think it'd look better if you replace the red with yellow. Like, really, I think if all the red was yellow, I think this would look a lot better. It is a bit too much. Kind of getting into some of those Gundam colors, especially down here. Going sandals again, kind of mid. Spear's a little over-designed for my taste, and I don't like this bit. It's not awful. It's all right, though. It's, again, the whole kind of like Lancer, Warrior, Monk look is fine. A little too much drip at the bottom, I think. It's kind of like it's going to get caught in a door, you know, and the sandals I don't really like, but the armor appears all right, you know, kind of typical weeb stuff. Ragged cape, right? She got the sword and lance thing. I mean, it's pretty good. It's nothing amazing, but it's pretty good. I don't mind it. If you took out the red and put in yellow, I would like it a noticeable amount more. I would definitely like it a noticeable amount more. I'm gonna give it, right there, I think. Not quite getting to the lead. You know what? I'm gonna have Lee beat them, actually. I do like his, very, like his hair and like with the kind of really basic uniform look. I really do like that more than the kind of Greek. I mean, the gold silver look for them is cool and all, but it's nothing great. But yeah, I think that's about right. Might even have her win. I'm not sure. Nah. I think that's fine. I'm not anti-red. I actually love red. Red, look how good red looks on Ereshkigal, stage 2, right? And Vlad, right? Like, there's plenty of red hype here. It's just not used right. Like, the red just doesn't look good there. It really doesn't. And it's used that way a lot, in my opinion. But the red looks super good on Leonidas. It looks really good on Vlad. It looks really good on Ereshkigal. Again, stage 2 is, like, a big part of why she's so high, and that's all about the red. So there's actually a decent amount of red hype here. It's just, that ain't doing it right. And like, you know, Lee's higher than her. And you know what? I really do like Lee noticeably more than these two. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of B here. Okay, Gareth. This one is kind of a mixed bag because it's overall aesthetic. And she kind of has like, she looks like a child. I know like Gareth isn't a child, but she looks like one. So she looks like a kid dressing up like a knight. Right? It's not, you know, that's not really, it's like she's trying to cosplay the Ghosts and Goblins guy. Right? That's kind of what it looks like. Now, the armor itself looks fine, right? And I love the like ammo for her lance here. That's kind of what they're implying. She like loads the like gun lance. So there's like the like magical fluid stuff that explodes, right? That's all really cool, right? The lance is a bit over designed though, right? This is getting a little extra in here. It's a bit much. If this was just dialed back a bit, I would like it a lot more. But like the like cartridges going into the lance I actually really like. And it's like magical though. I really like it. The shield's really good. The armor looks fine, right? The armor looks fine. But she really does have like that toy knight look going on, you know, kid playing dress up. And okay, I know Gareth fans are gonna get mad, right? But like the little pink flush thing, nope. It's just childish. Doesn't go with all the other like knight stuff. If you're trying to be a knight, you got to go to war. This is not the time for that kind of nonsense. This would look a lot better with the visor down too. If the visor was down and she looked older, I would actually like this a lot. Because Gareth isn't a kid. She just looks like one, right? It's one of those. So if this was an adult, right, and she was taller and looked more serious and then had the visor down, I would like it a lot. It does not have those things though, and we do have the kind of extra lance design. But it's still, I mean, I still like it. It's still fine. I like the brown with the gray and all that. I think the green here might actually look better as brown, even though I like green, but this kind of seaweed green's not amazing, and I think just going with the brown would be better. But like the brown and gold in the gray is totally fine. But the kind of like really girly knight, but they're trying to get serious, right? And it's not really my vibe, and that's part of it. But everything else is fine. It is cool armor. The lance though is a bit over designed, but the armor is really, really good. I love the shield. You know, it's just nice normal armor with the cool like magic cartridges. I really like that. I really like that on the belt. I think that's really, really cool. So it's a mixed bag, but it's we'll say about right there. Wait. No, wait a minute. Right there. Okay. S or riot, or you're gonna have to riot, chat. Holy shit, chat, I need to get a drink. 1 second. I got some water here, but I need more. And then I'm gonna get like lemonade or something. Wait, where is Summer Gareth? Let me think about this. I mean, I kind of do like her more than Summer Gareth. Summer Gareth looks more serious. But like the armor's not as cool and the weapon's not as cool. Like I like how she does look more serious though, and that kind of thing. But like the magic, you know, belt ammo thing goes a long way. The fire, like in motion, like with the fire aesthetic and all that, the summer one's good. But yeah, I do think the Lancer one's a bit cooler with the like ammo for the gun lance and all that. I really do like that more. It is pretty close. And honestly, I think that Valkyrie's still, no, maybe not. I don't know. That's tough. They're so close. These three are all super, super close. Okay, hold on though. I gotta get liquid. I gotta get water. I'm dying. All right. I can't even imagine trying to act like Gareth doesn't look like a kid. Are you kidding me? She's super short. She looks super girly. Like, you see Gwen, and then you see Gareth. Like, are you kidding me? Some people are on so much copium, dude, with like trying to say, oh, I don't like, they're not a kid, guys. They're not a kid. Like, are you kidding me? All right, Melt. Fucking anime, man. It's the only community like this. Like, yeah, she doesn't look as young as, like, you know, Liz or something. All right, what are we on here? We are on, all right, Melt. Oh, God. Chat, it's no context, right? Oh my God. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like any of these. Like, I like penguins, but this looks pretty silly. Stage 1 is probably the best, because at least it's leaning into the goofy. And I do like penguins. And this is just like a spoiled rich girl that has fucked up legs that wants to be an ice skater, right? Not really my cup of tea. And then same thing, but way fancier, and these ribbons are stupid. Oh my God, those ribbons are just so stupid. The hair is kind of cool, I guess. That's not too bad, but no, it's stage 1. Let's see. I mean, it's just pure goofy. I mean, it's silly, but penguins are good. And it is kind of funny that she looks really serious, and then she's so goofy, right? That's like the shtick. Check costume. Wait, I didn't even remember her having a costume. Chat, this really helps. This really helps. Like, that kind of like overly serious, but they're wearing sunglasses like that. This really helps. Like, this is much better. This is so silly, and it's like leaning into it. That makes it work a lot better. Okay. Well, we'll rate it with that one. That boosted up quite a bit. Definitely gonna make it at least a B. Yep, pretty solid performance. That's a huge sunglass carry right there. But like, yeah, penguins, silly, leaning into the silly, and then cool sunglasses in a silly context. It actually works pretty well. Respectable B tier. Okay. Canis time. Very similar to Leonidas. with the whole go bold kind of thing, and got a spear, a lance. She's basically female Leonidas, but with like a white aesthetic instead of red. Well, we got the other stages. I've never really liked this stage. The red just doesn't work, man. You make the red black and this would be way better. I really don't like the red on this. I don't like the hair nearly as much either. That was so many channel points. Oh my god. Holy hell, this man really... I was gonna take the channel point costs on those down too, but my god, that guy really had the moment and he went for it. But that was the right time. But okay, I don't mind the get up, but I really, really don't like the red, man. Like, this is just like I was talking about earlier. It's like, this is not how to use red right. Like, a Retrogol's doing it right. This ain't it. And no shield. Yeah, I definitely prefer stage 2. Now, it's funny, looking at this objectively, she's actually wearing a lot more clothes than Leonidas is. I never really realized that, but, like, she absolutely is wearing a lot more clothes than he is. But, still very similar. I do like the white-black. The white-black. There's still some red here. The red works way better here, though, because it's way more dialed back. And she's got, like, the red tattoos. So it works way better. Pretty cool spear. It's a little over-designed. I love the shield, though. The shield is super cool. I like that. And that's actually a type of design. You can put, like, your spear there, poke, that kind of thing. The head thing, though, I don't know about that. That's, like, the one thing that really stands out to me as being kind of dorky. It just doesn't really fit Canis at all. And again, we're talking about the aesthetic, not context. But even with the aesthetic, you can see she's a meathead. It is so easy to tell she's like a warmonger, right? And you got like the body tattoos and all, but then she's got this little cute little crown thing going on, right? Yeah, and then you get like, they're like horse ears, but again, no context. If I saw this, I'm like, okay. She looks like a warmonger, right? You got the body tattoos and all this. Why does she have like the silly ears and the dumb head thing? Yet it's not great. That part is not great. I mean, like Leonidas, she pulls off the whole like super exposed armor look fine, but it's not exactly my cup of tea. Like Leonidas though, she's got the cool body tattoos. It helps. I like the shoulder pads. They're cool. All right, that's good. I like the shield. I mean, overall, it's pretty good. Her like boots look a little like chaotic though. Like I don't get why they're so like circly and like got all these weird things sticking out, and they're so just like what the fuck? Like it's just weird because nothing else in the armor looks like that. Like they're very like crooked and whatnot. It's just very strange. Like all these like bits like sticking out. It's kind of weird. But the lance is pretty good. The shield is better. The colors are good. The tattoos are cool, right? I like the whole warmonger vibe. And then stage 3, I've never liked as much. The yellow doesn't really work. The crown's getting a little dorky again. I guess it's too much. This is pretty fucking extra. I mean, it's all right. It's not too bad. Again, though, it's something about the red's not quite right here. It's not terrible though. But I don't like the gold as much. It just doesn't. I think the silver works better with Canis. I think it really does. Especially with her hair and stuff. I think that's a big part of it. And you still got these weird boots. So, yeah, stage 2 it is. It's still pretty good. I mean, it's trying to think where it's going to compare to Leonidas. I mean, I do like the silver, but Leonidas has the helmet. That's the thing. I like her colors better. But his helmet is fucking awesome. I like her shield better. But again, the helmet is fucking awesome. I would say about right there. Like, it's pretty good, right? It's not quite my cup of tea, but the colors are good, and the whole body tattoo thing for both Leonidas and her are pretty cool. Like, it's good. It's good. It's not quite, with the cool armor and stuff. Okay, you know what? That needs to happen. Oh wait, no wait, that's not Lion King though. That's right, it's the stage 2. Yeah, Lion King's up here. Yeah, this is about right. This is about right. I might even do that. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. My day is run. I mean, look, B+ is pretty good. Okay? Because here's the thing. Like, as a character, I really like Canis, right? And in context, the whole, like, no armor thing, well, not a lot of armor thing works, but out of context, it's a little silly. And then you gotta admit, this head thing, like, am I wrong? Like, it's so evident she's a warmonger, right? You got these, like, body tattoos, right? Looking really warlike. You got this face. You know, she looks really ready to rumble, but then you got, like, what the fuck? Like, it's almost like a tiara, right? It's like, and it's just, like, it's not even a helmet, right? Like, it really hurts. Like, if you lost this thing, it would really, really, really help. But that is a pretty big negative. But it's a very cool shield and whatnot. I mean, like, you got the cool body tattoos, like, maybe right there. Like, maybe right there with Leonidas. I think Leonidas wins, though, because of the helmet. But these three are all really close. I think these three are all really close. Because the mask is really cool here. The spear's kind of dumb, though. And it's not a warmonger vibe. Okay, you know what? That does make Canis win. Because it's part of the aesthetic. She really does not have a warmonger vibe. And that's not as cool, all right? And you do get that from Canis's aesthetic very easily. So I think that's fine. But no, Leonidas is better. I think Leonidas is better. I like the helmet, man. The helmet's awesome. Haven't seen a drip tier list yet. And Dark Claw, thank you for the 27 months, dude. I really appreciate it. But, like, the thing is, like, I like her shield a bit better than Leonidas's, but not by much. Like, Leo's shield is fucking awesome, too. And, I think I like his spear a little bit better, right? Like, there's just, this is a good look, right? Like, he's also got the cool body tattoos. I like the spear better. This helmet is just so good, man. Right? It's really hard to compete with that. He doesn't have the cool shoulder pads and stuff. Well, I'll say that. The cape is not as cool as, like, the shoulder pads and all that kind of stuff. But the helmet's so good, man. Like, if I was comparing it to, like this one, obviously Canis would win. But, yeah, the helmet's too good, man. But still, B+ is really good, right? Because C+ is mostly neutral, I would say, right? C+ is like neutral with just a hint of positive, right? Just a hint of positive. Maybe a little negative at the bottom of the list, though. Like Dion's pushing it, right? And then B is just good. It's like, yeah, I feel favorably about B. These are nice designs. You know, maybe not perfect, right? Maybe not my cup of tea, but it's like, yeah, I like this. Right? And then B+ is like, I really like this, right? And then A is like, I really, really, really like this. And then we're getting to like the super top stuff. And then, you know, S+ is like the goal you reach for, but no one obtains. So that maybe someone will obtain. We'll see. It's gonna be a very big deal if someone gets S+, right? Because like S is like your standard. Oh my god, this is so cool, right? All right, Romulus, the other one, Super Romulus, is gonna do pretty well, because this is kind of like that same aesthetic we had. And man, even I love the other stages, because like this is very Roman, right? A little anime, but you get the real Roman vibes from this. You know, it's a little colorful, but it works. I think it works. It works better than some of these other ones we've seen. And this is good too. I don't mind the sandals, but this is still really solid, and I love it. You got the awesome hair, right? It's really good. I know Canis has good hair too. To be fair, Canis has good hair too, but Leo's helmet, man, it's hard for hair to beat helmet. All right, that's the thing, right? Helmet hair is a saying for a reason. The hair just cannot overcome the helmet, right? Your hairdo it's almost impossible for a hairdo to top a really good helmet. All right, this is just amazing though, right? This is so good. This just reeks like God, you know, dude, right? Which is what he is. And he's got the awesome hair, the cool wings, got all the glowy bits. Right, looks very magical. Right, he's like hovering with like, you know, the flame coming out of the bottoms that you see in gameplay and stuff. Looks great, looks great. If you're gonna go gold, you gotta go big. And yeah, it really works. I love all the like the red things throughout. It really looks cool. And you got like the kind of royal design in here. It's fine. Red and gold generally does look good together, and they don't have like a bunch of like bullshit other colors in here to fuck it up. You don't have like a white tunic or some nonsense, right? They're sticking with what's good. And it is good. He's great. You got the arms crossed, kind of badass look, right? Got the simple earrings. Like, Karna's got the huge earrings that are too much, but this is just keeping it simple. And it gives them, though, that, like, kind of royal look. It's good. It's excellent. This is fucking excellent. I love it. It's a little weird at the bottom here, but because he's literally flying all of the time, it's fine, right? And, like, these are, like, energy things coming out of it. It's not like a shoe thing. Kind of hard to tell in this picture, but... yeah, it's just good. I love the wings. Love the wings. Super great. Top tier as fuck. Yeah, I just love that kind of like kingly, badass Chad, right? I love that kind of aesthetic. It's absolutely my cup of tea. We are going right up here. This is so tough. Oh my god, this is so tough. Man. Now, if it was character, Romulus would beat Vlad. But we're talking pure aesthetic. And I love Extra Vlad, man. Like, I love that, like, classical armor look. You know, very mean, you know, grandpa. This is super tough. This is super, super tough. But I love gold. And, like, the red and the wings, right? I think he wins just barely. But, man, that is so close. I don't confidently say Romulus wins there. Because I really, really like Extra Vlad. Well, let me look at Extra Vlad again here. This is tough. I gotta give it to Dracula, man. Vlad's really, like, this just looks great. This is my jam, dude. And I love the red cross thing here, man. You know, it's held back a bit because the claws are a little over-exaggerated. It's fine to be somewhat exaggerated, but that is a bit much. And, like, these spikes here are a bit much, but I still really, really like it. But it is so close. I think I would change my opinion depending on my mood. I really mean that. But right now, I think I like Vlad's a little bit more. Yeah, Romanian Templar, exactly. But they're great. Everything in S tier is so good. It's not like Lancelot's way behind them or anything. Every single one of these is awesome. I mean, look, they're almost a full tier ahead. This guy's the only thing bridging the gap, right? Because I love these A tiers. These are great designs that are really sleek, really aesthetically pleasing, but these are a whole tier ahead. Every single one of these is a huge winner, right? Like, fucking all these designs are fantastic. Really unique that he's A+, though. I'm sure there'll be more A+ in the future here, though. He's gatekeeping right now, though. Oh, right. Oh, God. More summer nonsense. Wait, no, that's not the summer one, I don't think. Where's she at? This one's pretty weird. This design is pretty just all over the place, right? This looks like bell bottoms meet like talisman, paper talismans you cut out to ward off demons. That's not a good combo, all right? That might sound cool. It's not. This spear is awful. This spear is awful. I hate the colors in here. It's so, like, chaotic and just extra nonsense, right? I don't like it at all. Very, very bad spear. I don't know about the rope thing. You know, it's like the whole thing is just like a cutout, like, talisman or something. And, like, what the fuck are these, dude? Like, that's just stupid. Stop doing this dumb spike thing, right? Like... that does not work. The whole thing with this is like, it's like ropes tying it all together, right? It don't work. And she's a little young for that, I'm just saying. But those shoes are dumb. The colors are okay, I guess. But man, this spear is dumb. It's hard to not see the spear. It is really hard to not see the spear. Meh. Like, there's worse. There's definitely worse out there, but holy shit, is there better. Right there. I think that's about right. I think that's a little generous, but I really don't like these any better, so that feels about right. Yeah, it's kind of like a Shrine Maiden thing. I get it, but that doesn't mean it looks good. All right, you Summer. One of the better Summer units off memory. She got the cool sunglasses. Although they don't give you a costume with the sunglasses down. She looks so much better with the sunglasses down, by the way. Like, she has like a story sprite like that, but they don't give it to you. Okay, so it's pretty typical summer wear, though. You got like this like really almost like Native American looking drip here. It's not what it's supposed to be, but that's kind of what the vibe it gives me. Spear's decent. It's a little over designed. Okay, I never saw this. I love this. Now you need context to love it though, but you know what that is. That I actually love that, but without context, it's kind of just a decoration. In context, though, that's amazing. Okay, that actually makes me like her more. Like, absolutely. But as a drip tier list, that doesn't really count for much. But I mean, it's kind of just swimwear with a little coat thing. I got the clompers again. I don't know about that. Decent hair, cool sunglasses. It's okay. It's probably better than the other swimwear we've seen, but it's nothing exceptional. If the sunglasses were down, that would really help. Where does this land? Probably better than Brunhilde. Like, that whole schoolgirl thing was kind of dumb. Yeah, I'll say right. No, as much as I don't like Kiyohime, those colors are a lot better. But she's got the way better hair, though. And the sunglasses. Are the sunglasses enough? She's got the better spear, though. Again, I don't like Kiyohime, but, like, her drip in stage 1 is okay. And the spear is cooler. Yeah, I think I gotta give it to Kiyohime. That pains me to do, but I gotta be objective here. Okay, the music's looping or something here. Sanic. All right, Vertra. I'm pretty sure she's got good drip. Don't fail me here, Vertra. I do remember there's one thing about Vertra's drip I don't like. Fuck, it's even in stage 1. God damn it. Okay, so here's the problem. There's plenty of good things here. Okay, maybe not with that one, but this, like, this thing? No. Why? Why? Like, it's so out of place. Right, everything else is, like, really sleek and stuff, and then she has this, like, super, like flat, like, skirt thing, and it just doesn't go with anything else. It is so out of place. Not a big fan of that. Everything else is fine. The colors are really good. The blue, like dark blue, like the purple blue, that looks fine. Right? You got the like fluffy drip here. That's fine. The dragon tail's fine. You get the dragon vibe. She's got like the tattoos that are like dragon scales, kind of. Right? You can very much pick up on that. That's cool. And then stage 1, you got the cool veil. The rest of the drip I don't like quite as much, but the veil is good. Hold on, fucking wiki, what are you doing? Why is the wiki so bad? Okay, let's see here. So, I don't like this thing back here. I never liked these, like, hair bonnet thingies, hair capes. But the veil's cool. The veil is cool, but this part is a negative. You still got this stupid thing. I don't know what they were doing with that. And I don't, let's see, is the hair different? Never really noticed how, like, fluffy her hair is. Yeah, she's got some pretty extreme locks going on here. I never noticed that. I mean, I give it to stage 2 a bit, just because I really don't like this bit. And you don't get, like, the dragon scales with, like, the whole, like, big skirt dress thing. And then stage 3, just no. Nope. We jumped the shark. We went way too extra. The tail is way too big. This is just so extra, dude. There's all these, like, extra bits everywhere. You got, like, these weird, shoes again, right? Stop doing that. This is super extra. You got, like, all the extra fluff and all that. It is way too much. Way too much. It's not awful, I guess. Like, it would rate higher than, it's not gonna be D tier or anything, but, like, I think stage 2 is the best. It's just simple and keeping it normal and clean. But stage 1's really good too. But this skirt thing is dumb. That's like the only negative thing I have, is the skirt thing is dumb. All the like poking things are kind of cool. You get the trickster thing from her with the lip thing and the grin and all that. And you get the dragon vibe. So it's pretty cool. It's not like the best thing I've ever seen. I really like Vertra because of like her character and voice acting and stuff. The drip alone is not like the best thing ever, but it's totally fine, right? It's completely fine. It's certainly in the positive. Question is, where in the positive? I do think the black, blue, purple thing looks really good. You actually haven't seen a lot of that in Fate. Like it is good. It's a really nice color scheme. I will say it's definitely around in this area. But where? How much do I like this like blue-black thing? And like the dragon stuff. It definitely does better with the dragon vibe than like stage 3 Siegfried. Like way better, way bigger tail, and it's like the right size. And that just works way better. Siegfried looks like a bad Halloween costume in stage 3. But the skirt thing is pretty dumb. Like the skirt thing is definitely holding it back. I would say, wow, it's somewhere in here. It is somewhere in here. We'll go right there for now. That one might be subject to change, but it's definitely B+. It's very good, but it's not like the best thing I ever saw, but it is good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Some of these we're just gonna skip right on over, but we kind of have to rate stage 1. No, there's stage 2. Right, stage 2 exists. And then there's the costume, which is kind of silly, but it kind of works with the whole mystical vibe. It's all right. Yeah, this is definitely the stage we're going with. This drip here is all right. I mean, it's way better than stage 1 and 3, which we won't elaborate on, especially stage 3. We're not going there. This is kind of Yu-Gi-Oh looking, and then stage 1 is very Tron. I mean, the colors are okay. You know, they're not doing anything overly sexual, so that's good. You know, it's fine, I guess. You know, girls in dresses isn't exactly what I'm looking for here, even if we're going like with like the daughter look, but you know, it's not awful. We'll go right there. Yeah, it's not really my style, so it's not even making it to neutral, right? Because I don't really care about just girl in dress, thanks, but it's okay. Yeah, the colors are fine. All right, here we go. Now we're talking. Probably not going to be as high as Arthur, but we'll see. Now we got to rate the horse. Like I said, it's part of the package. So we gotta rate Percival's horse, so you don't see it in this sprite, but you do see it in like almost all of his attacks and his NPs and stuff, so I think it's fair. So this one's kind of normal, right? So the one thing I've never really liked about Percival is like you get all this like really heavy armor stuff, right? Very, very heavy armor, right? But then no gauntlets like over the hands, and then like just like tights or something, like Shakespeare play production boots, right? Really not as good as the top half, right? If the whole aesthetic was going with this, I'd really like that. But no cool helmet. Good spear, though. Very, very cool spear. I like that a lot. But no helmet. I really dislike the lack of gloves. And you kind of get the whole mid-drift thing going on, which is okay, but I would prefer just more armor, really. It's not like a giant negative, but more armor would be better. And yeah, it's just kind of weak on the bottom, right? It's really top-heavy, and that makes it look kind of odd. So it really could be better, but it does look good still, right? The armor that's there is still very cool looking. I love the spear. And then stage 2 is kind of just the same thing. It's, I guess, a little bit more classical, but I think it's even more noticeable with the top-heavy stuff. But stage 2 is fine as well. And then this one's fine too. You don't have like the weird mid-drift thing, but then it's kind of just like more modern with like a trench coat, which, I mean, on its own is a good look. If I saw this on its own, I'd be like, hey, that looks cool, right? But I do ultimately like the armor more, right? I just like armor that much. So I think stage 3 does win for me. But now we are rating it as a package with the horse, right? This is only fair. He uses the horse a fuckload. Did they give us a good picture of the horse here? Yes, they do. Now, the cool thing about the horse is it offsets his problem really nicely. And I might have to bring up a video. You know what? I'm gonna bring up a video, chat. One moment. Gotta actually rate what we're talking about here. Okay. Man, I haven't made a Percival video in a while. It's been like over a year. I gotta fix that. Find a good shot of his NP or something. Okay, it's kind of hard to see there. All right, you know what? I'll just show the whole NP. We'll just do that. Okay. Might be a little small. So, the horse balances out the weak bottom half, right? The horse is so chunky and armored and all this stuff that it really hides and balances out how, like, top-heavy his armor is. Makes it look much, much better. Okay, I think that's a very noteworthy thing to bring up. Now, this horse is a goddamn Chad. Look at this. He's got like this like flaming mane thing going on, right? Awesome armor, really cool armor. Probably the best we've seen. Like, this is heavy cavalry, right? This is heavy cavalry. He's got the black tail, got, you know, black horse, right? Which kind of is a nice contrast to the white armor of Percival. And he's so armored. He's so heavy cavalry that, again, it balances out Percival's kind of lack of armor on the bottom half, right? And so as a set, they look fucking badass, right? They look great. Yeah, he's the best horse, I think, in Fate, dude. Like, in terms of design, he's awesome. And I love, like, the like pose he does at the end of the NP. He's got some attitude there. But that actually really helps Percival out. Now, see, that is some drip, chat. Like, that is some goddamn drip. Why is this not a costume, chat? What the fuck is wrong with them? Sell this for $10. Are you kidding me? What is wrong with these people? Like, Jesus, they don't even want money, man. Like, fuck. Like, that would be top tier as shit. Like, what, are you kidding me with that? What is wrong with these guys? Why don't they sell any of this stuff, man? Anyway, that's dripped out of his mind right there. Anyway, thanks to the horse balancing things out, I think we get a very high A+. This is tough. The spear is cooler than the katana, but man, Saito looks awesome. He's just sleek, man. I think I gotta give the nod to Saito. It is damn close, though. Like, that heavy cavalry look is very, very cool. But I do think Saito wins out a little bit, which is like that cool trench coat, suit, you know, sleek look. It's the only katana that actually works. Like, I swear to God, it's actually kind of cool. The whole Virgil vibe, right? It's good. But they're both very, very good, right? These are both extremely good. I mean, A+ is like I really, really like all the A's, and the A+ is even above that, right? So this is very, very good. So we finally got another A+ in there, though. God, you have to go so far down, down to poor Attila there. At least she's ahead of these three. There's so far 3 worse than her. But believe me, there's going to be more stuff below that. Now, we have to rate them as a set, too, obviously, chat. I don't even have to think about that one. This is clearly got to be rated as a set. All right, which one? Probably not that one. A lot more traditional Japanese vibes. I don't really like that. This one's very fantasy, over-the-top stuff. So I think we're gonna go with this one. I think this one is the best. This is just kind of, I mean, she looks best in this one, though, to be honest. Like, the black-red looks really good there. But I don't like his drip as much. Let me see. Which one is the best overall? Let's see. I would still probably have to give it to this one. I mean, like, I think he looks way better in stage 2, but I do like her get up a bit better in stage 1, but it's fine in stage 2. Yeah, why can't we mix and match, man? Why they gotta be like this? But I mean, it looks good, right? I like the hair. That looks good. Always love her bored expression. The pink eyes with their like jet black hair looks really good. Uniform's good. I don't like the red, though. This is another case of red being used poorly. We got white, blue, other blue, right? Little gold, and then fucking red. It's not great. And you got the gold, you know, here. The red just needs to get out. The red really hurts it, man. I love the color red. It's always used like this, right? They always like to use red when there's a bunch of other decorative colors as well. It's not the way to do it. Look, I gotta bring this up because people get this idea that I don't like the color red. I actually really like the color red. It's closer to green than a lot of other colors. Now, it's way behind green. No color's even close to green, but like, red's a really good color, right? And like, again, Vlad makes look at Vlad looking great there. But like, this is a much, much better way to use red. This is so much better, right? Because you've got like a lot of black and it's like a nice deep red and it's got presence. You know what would not make this look good? Is if the red part was blue and then the yellow parts were red. That would look stupid, right? We don't need like a bunch of blue and red rimmeds, right? Like, if you make, like, this, like, blue, the background here blue, and then she's wearing a bunch of, like, white ribbons and yellow ribbons and blue ribbons, that's stupid. Right? And that's how they always use fucking red. This looks really good, right? Extra Vlad looks really good, right? Like, red, black, right? That kind of thing. You gotta... And like Romulus, right? Red is very commanding on Romulus. It's everywhere, right? Because it's gold and red. It's not gold, white, red, blue, pink. Like, God, I don't know why red just gets mixed in with all these, like, other colors. People are, like, afraid to have, like, a lot of red. And so they just, like again, this red right here on Canis, that just doesn't belong. Right? This would look better as just black and white. Like, the red just destroys this. It's awful. Ugh. Like, it really is strange, though, because I legitimately... And look, right here. See, look, this red is so much better, right? Look how much better this is, right? Because we're going, like, hard with the red and the black, right? That looks way, way better. But in the uniform, right, we got all these other colors present. It's just not... It's just bad. It's like we're trying to be an American flag here or something. Man, I almost want to go with stage 1... just because of those colors. I like the uniform more than the traditional Japanese garb, but the colors on this traditional Japanese garb are just better. They're just way better. And then her drip is better too, right? The red black looks really good. Does she have pink socks? What the fuck? Wait a minute. What is happening? Why is there pink there? What? Is this being hidden by the sprites? I think she has pink socks. What the fuck? Now, she gets away with no shoes because she's flying, okay? She's like the first person who will give a pass on that. But yeah, I think she has pink socks. That's pretty weird. Because you got black and red and then pink. I don't know why we did that. I mean, I guess she has pink eyes, so you can kind of give that a pass. It's actually really hard to rate because you can't actually see it clearly. I don't know about that. I think we will go with stage 1, though, because I like the uniform, but the colors suck balls. The colors on this are just so much better. That's tough, though, because he's got the cool hair. I think he looks pretty cool like that. I mean, is the red so bad that it kills stage 2? And see, now she's got a pink coat with the pink socks, which might be better. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of rate both of them. They're kind of just fusing together. I don't like this one as much. It's a little weird. It's just a little extra for me. It's okay, but a little too colorful. Yeah, I don't know. We're kind of fusing these two. They have good drip, though. They have good drip. I think, was it Oro? I say her name? I think she beats Ryoma, I gotta say, though. Like, she got the cool hair and jacket and all that, and the kind of like the crazy alien-looking eyes that actually... Or you, excuse me. Yeah, I think she wins on the drip a little bit. It's close. I mean, they look good. They look good. They're looking pretty fly. There are some color mishaps, though, throughout their design. You know, like, him having the red ribbons and stuff. But he's got a, you know, good look, I think, no matter what. Even with the uniform, it's still fine. Shaggy clean, yeah, kinda. Where do they go? I would say about... I mean, they're B+. They're definitely B+. Like, the red-black looks really good, but it's not armor, chat. So, you know, that's tough. I think right there for now. I think that's about right. I'm a little iffy on that one. I'm not sure. They're hard to place. If their colors were a bit more in line, that would really help. But it's definitely positive. They're plenty positive. Okay, was it Mari Anning, I think? Yep, okay. Not a lot. I mean, I like the hat, okay. The monsters are kind of weird, but I do like the hat. She's like a crazed archaeologist. Got the little, like, mittens, though. I don't know about that. Don't really like the apron look, either. I like the hat, though, and the scarf, and the hammer. And just the whole kind of like crazed archaeologist look is all right. But the whole like apron thing, you know, long dress look, not really my cup of tea. And the ram ears, very basic. Don't like the colors on this. I do not like the colors on this with the yellow and the like the really lighter blue, like seaweed blue or something. Not really about it. Way too many colors here. There's nothing like atrocious, but there's nothing awesome either. I mean, the hat. I mean, there is the hat, but I do like the darker colors, but I really don't like the apron. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. Like the whole apron look, old-timey. It's just not my shtick. But I do like the hat. The hat is enough to get up around here, I would say. Right, with Dion, who's also being carried by the hat. But nothing special. Pretty much in the neutral. Don't have really strong feelings one way or the other. God damn, Achilles, man. I don't know when we're going to do Rider, but that's one to look forward to. All right, we have to do this as a set. Don Quixote. Now, I can dig the, like, dwarf knight kind of cartoonish look, right? Like, I can get behind that. And then we got, like, the very typical maid, right? With, like, the very, very long pink hair, though. It's maybe a bit much. Now, see, this one, I think I like Don Quixote a bit better, but I don't like her as much. A bit more, like, over the top with the dress there. It's like dress on a dress. I don't like that as much. I think, like, the more normal maid is a little bit better. Not really crazy about either, though. And then that is getting like Cinderella. Okay, so now we're going like ham. And now he's just ragged, which is kind of funny. Like he's just like worn out and then she's like fancier than ever. I mean, I like both versions of Don Quixote here. I kind of like this helmet more. This is like a very classical look. But I did, the gold is nice. The gold is nice. You know, he obviously almost, you can just tell he's kind of like exaggerated and everything from this design, and that works really well. And I think I like her stage 1 the best. I don't like any of them that much. She's just not really my kind of character with like the flowing pink hair, you know, dress kind of look. But I think this works the best. I think this is probably my favorite. I mean, they look pretty good. You know, it's a fun contrast, right? The like, you know, cocky, you know, full of himself, you know, kind of dwarf, you know, glamorous armor and all that. And the maid's got it together, you know, kind of look. The spear's a bit much, but it's kind of supposed to be. You know, it's kind of the whole dwarf with the big lance. But that's not really my vibe. I like dwarfs kind of looks, and he's technically not a dwarf. They're kind of just making him a midget here, but I like, the beard's great. Love the beard, honestly. Love the beard. And her colors are all right. If you're gonna do pink, that works well enough. I'll rate them all right. They're solid. Definitely in the positive. But I'd say, yeah, around there. You know what? I think Lee does beat these two. Lee's really gone up a lot, but they're fine. They're still in the positive, but I do think Lee beats those two. Yeah, I think this is about right. I think this is about right. I think he gets the win. She's like really carried by the cool colors. But the beard is pretty fantastic. So yeah, I think that's about right. Okay, we got Brit Omar. Chad, I wonder which version of this I am going to go with. Oh, geez, I wonder. You know, it's Reinhardt. I mean, we'll talk about the other ones, but this is obviously the one I'm gonna rate. It's just big juggernaut armor. You can't even tell it's a woman, right? Like, at all. Like, with Mordred, you can tell, but you cannot tell what the hell this is. But it looks good. It's like a rhino helmet. I actually really like the kind of rhino helmet. That's good. Yeah, it looks great. The sword is a little dumb. That's the one thing. That's like the one thing, is the sword's a bit dumb. And it's kind of, one thing I like is it's kind of obvious that it's like being piloted. It's kind of like an Esclaflowne suit of armor, right? You can really tell this doesn't really have the body proportions of a Fate character, and you can tell when like that she takes the helmet off. It's like being piloted like a, what do they call them in Esclaflowne? Guy Melith or something. But yeah, this is basically a mecha, right? It's like a mix between a mecha and a suit of armor, and it is piloted, right? It's not, but in kind of an old-timey way, where like your arms are like just barely getting in here, and you're like, you know, operating the whole thing, right? I really like it, though. It's good. It looks like the colors are good. The orange purple actually works. Like, absolutely it works. The helmet looks fantastic. Just nice, mean looking armor. It's very big. You know, it's way bigger than most characters. And that's part of the aesthetic, right? It's not, you know, it's a big suit of armor, and it makes it, you know, lean into that mecha thing, which is fine. The only thing is the sword. The only thing is the sword. So I really, really like it. It's a very nice design suit of armor. And because it is so obvious that it's not like supposed to be human proportions, it's fine. Because it very much is not human proportions. But because it's like a mech, right? That's no problem. It really is like a Guy Malif from Escaflowne, if anyone's seen that. And then this is just like Fairy Lady, right? It's just, that's kind of all there is to it, which is not really my shtick. The colors are fine, right? You know, it's like elf Fairy Lady, right? But the gold white's fine. They're not going over the board with the colors, so that's nice. You got like the hair buns again, but there's no green, so it's not as good. I like the dagger. I do like the dagger. You know, it's fine, I guess, but it's not my cup of tea. This is getting too fancy. This is too much. This is getting very flowery and fluffy. It's just too much. This is too fancy. The sleeves suck. I hate these kind of puffy sleeves. Not a fan. It's getting like more skimpy in some areas, but then like really fluffy on like really big sleeves. That just doesn't work. Doesn't have the cool dagger. It's just a downgrade. Yeah, no. Yeah, one is the best. One is the best. You also have like that other get up that, where is it? Did they not show it? She's got like her NP sprite that is different, and you don't get it anywhere else. But, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's weird they don't have it on here. Yeah, if you like extra designs, I can see you liking Stage 3, but I'm not really into extra designs, which I think I've made pretty clear at this point. And it's almost like Queen of Hearts, right, with this sword, right? This really does have like Queen of Hearts vibes to me. I mean, the red-white is all right. I will say that. The red-white is all right. I don't mind that. And this is very simple. Like, this is very simple. But yeah, Stage 1. Man, it's Stage 1 for me. Like, of course it is. I love the helmet. Honestly, love the fucking helmet. This is a very solid A+. Trying to think where. So, Percival's horse is pretty fucking badass. And he's got the cool spear, where she's got the dorky sword. But I do love my mechs. And it is a mech. That's tough. I think Percival gets the edge because of just how good he looks with the horse. Like the total synergy of the cool knight on the horse, heavy cavalry with the spear and all that. I do think he wins out a little bit, but it's damn close. All three of these are very, very cool. Like from an aesthetic standpoint, very much like them. All right, the final Lancer. Now you want to talk about extra. Chat, do we count his NP? Because that's obviously like a whole design of its own. How do we do this? This is another really wild one. Because even though like Britomart's got her own NP design, that wouldn't have won. So I didn't really care. But with him, it's like, it's something. Okay, so here's the negative. I like this one. I don't like the spear. This is way too much. This is way too much. It looks like a balloon. This looks like a toy balloon, right? That's absolutely what this looks like. It looks like he's a grown-ass man that for some reason has a spear with a dragon balloon on it. Like, what are we doing, right? Now, the drip's good, though, right? This kind of very royal look. It actually works with the purple, right? I think it looks really good. It's not bad, right? Like, this is good, right? No, it's not the best. It's not, like, quite my style, right? But it's good. I like it. But the spear fucking sucks. Way too much. And then Stage 1... Come on, game. Work with me here. So Stage 1, I like the hair. I actually like the hair better. It fits him very well. I like the spear better, but I don't like the drip very much, right? We lost the shoes. This is never good, right? We've brought that up a lot. The lack of shoes, no good. I don't mind the gauntlet things here. They're okay, but it's too loose. It's too just basic, and good hair, good spear. I really wish you could have this spear and this hair with Stage 2 or 3. I'd be much happier. But you lost the shoes. You got the baggy pants. I like the whole fancy sash thing. And he's got the Chad look, though. He's got the Chad look, which is good, right? I mean, it's fine. None of these really win for me, though. All of them, there's just something really wrong. Because now we're getting really extra. You know, the blue isn't so good. I don't know about the blue. I think that's probably too much with the gold. And then, I don't know, how do we even find his NP, chat? Do I have to get a video? I don't know, his NP might win because that might have gone so extra, it went full circle and it ends up winning. Okay, hold on, I think we're gonna... Fuck, I've never made a video with this guy, I've got to fix that. Damn it, they don't have a sprite for it. That's crazy. Why don't they have his cut-in? They normally put the cut-in on the sheet. Do they just not have it yet? Because, yeah, they generally will put the NP cut-in in this part. They have an NP info spot? Let me see. Oh, they have just like a video for it. What is this video quality? Okay, so chat, can we agree that this is like the most extra thing of all time? Okay, this is so fucking extra, it's ridiculous. But it's also green. So, you know, there is that. His hair turns green. I like the mask. The green gold is all right. If you're gonna get this flamboyant, green gold is okay. All right, it is. It's one of the better ways to use green in a flamboyant way. I mean, this is probably the best one. I will probably rate it based on this then. I like the mask. I like the green hair. The green gold's all right. You know, it's Power Rangers. You know, it's Indian Power Rangers, let's be honest. Which, you know, maybe not my first pick, but I do like it. I ultimately like it. It is unbelievably extra, but if you're gonna go extra, you might as well go that ham. It is so ham, I do kind of like it. And the green helps. The green really helps. I will give it a B+. I will give it a B+. I think we will go around here. It's pretty high in B+. I think it's doing decent. It is a little extreme for my taste, a little Super Robot Wars. But, yeah, not bad, not bad. Wow, that's all the Lancers. Okay. Well, they didn't do so good. I wonder who won on average here. I don't know, it seems pretty close with because you got Saber, Lancer, Saber, Lancer, Lancer, Saber, Saber, Lancer, Lancer. It's pretty mixed. You know, obviously Mordred's in the top spot right now. But you got Proto Q right there, and that's almost a tie. I'm not even sure. Yeah, no Lancers in D tier. They got D- though. Yeah, Lee's doing pretty good. He's about, I think, where he should be. Ku, you know, not the worst ever, but yeah, it's my favorite character. But look at him way down there, dude. It's not that good a drip. He's losing to Taiga, for God's sakes. Some of these might change a little bit, right? But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Like, Black Valkyrie, best one. Yeah, I think this is about right. There might be some minor adjustments. But, all right, chat. So I would like to do an extra class next. And we might do 2, depending on which one we get, chat. What do you want, right? I want to go extra and then go back to a normal one. That's kind of what I'm thinking. What are we getting? We got some Ruler, Avenger and Ruler. That does make sense to do them together. That's a lot of people saying Avenger and Ruler, or just Avenger, or just Ruler. Okay, you win, chat. I didn't even think of that, but that's what we'll do. We'll do Avenger and Ruler. How many is that? We might mix in one other one at the end, depending on how long the stream is. Because, yeah, that's not quite as much. That's close, but that's not quite as much as another class, I don't think. It is close, but it's not quite there. So we might, like, throw in, you know, maybe Beast, because there's only one. Maybe Pretender, because that's a chunk, but not, like, that many. So one of those, maybe. Moon Cancer for the triangle. That does make sense. Okay, no, that's a decent amount. Yeah, we'll probably do Moon Cancer, Avenger, or a ruler Avenger, and then if we have extra time, which we probably will, we will do Moon Cancer. Oh boy, I've got some thoughts here. Who wants to make a prediction on which one of these Moon Cancers is going to be the highest on the tier list? I think I know which one it's going to be. I know it's between two, but it'll be interesting. Kiara, yeah, right. I think chat's got a decent idea, but we'll there's a bit more to it. We'll see here. All of them, yeah, right. Boy, this is gonna be, I don't know how this stream's gonna go. Like, I know Lancers and Sabers really well because they're overall my favorite class, I think. Oh god. Spoilers. These pants. That is not gonna do good. Yeah, we got Antonio coming up. Oh boy, this is gonna be exciting. Chat, how do you want to do it? Maybe we do one Avenger, then one Ruler, then one Avenger, then one Ruler, like back and forth like that? I kind of like that idea. Get some contrast in there. And then when it's done, if there's time left over, which there probably will be, then you do Moon Cancer. I think that's the way to go. All right, we got a plan, chat. All right, that was a lot of fun. I've been enjoying these. These are interesting, and I think chat's kind of gonna, completely figure out my taste by the end of this. However, there is one thing that is not like apparent yet that I know will show up as we do more, because my god, we have a lot of characters to get to. Holy hell, this is ridiculous. Oh boy. Boy, this is going to be wild when it's completed. All right, chat. I think I will wrap up there for now. We might do a bonus stream later. I don't want to guarantee it. I am a little pooped today, and I'd like to do some real life stuff anyway. But we will definitely do a bonus stream soon. Like, absolutely. That was really fun last night, actually. Loved it. But thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I really appreciate it. This was really fun. And then once we're done with the drip tier list, which will take a minute, but when we're done, we'll try to find some other fun, wacky things to do. I want to try to mix things up and be a little creative and give some entertainment to the chat. That's the whole point. All right, boys, we will raid Cairo unless like Say Stan or something is streaming. Let me look here. Okay, I don't see any Say Stan. We could raid Kadroth. We haven't done that in a while. Probably doing some NA stuff. We shall do that. There we go. Always good to spread the love out. All right, go get him, chat, and I will see you guys later.